Okay, so it looks like it's doing all right. Oh wow, that was pretty fast. It actually launched into the site and everything. Well, guys, welcome to episode 99. I hope this stays up using the OBS. Wow, it's actually staying up, you guys. Wow, it's like
We got
Nice.
99 problems of something, but a bitch ain't one,
Got
maybe.
90. Yeah. Well, according to my Twitter, I got a bit. Yeah. So
oh, dude. So Rambo, it's your birthday today, sir.
it's
How?
my birthday.
What did you do today? Anything?
I did nothing because I don't celebrate birthdays. It's like my death. Like at this point in my life, it's kind of like celebrating my death day, like how much closer I am to death.
Yeah.
Um. So I just don't celebrate it anymore. So I spent the day trying to research the a bit because I want to do like a video to like correct Colt Eastwood
Yeah.
on his numbers he had and his information he had in regards to uh, PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live.
Yeah.
He just had him completely wrong. He labeled PlayStation Plus as only since he only labeled them since you could only play the PS4 games, that there was only 2 per month, and that's not entirely accurate because there's several months where you get 4 or maybe even 5 because of the PS Vita and PS3 cross buys,
Yeah.
and there's actually a PS4 version of those games, so therefore you have to count those as well. So it just was like misinformation, and I just wanted to get the actual proper information out there. I mean, it's actually comes out, I think, that if you count Xbox 360 games, the backwards compatible ones, like once backwards compatibility started going forward, that Xbox Live actually has more value for the $60
Mm-hmm.
than PlayStation Plus
Yeah.
for just the one console. With me, I don't think that I created a list that had just the Xbox One games on it and the Xbox One and the backwards compatible games on it, because I still say that you don't count the backwards compatible games
Yeah.
because those are 360 games. They're not Xbox One games. And to make the list like for like, it seems like you would only count the Xbox One games. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. So like if you count just the Xbox One games, then PlayStation Plus has like kind of a major numbers gap over the Xbox, but the average price per game
Yeah.
is greater on Xbox.
Hmm.
So I mean it's just you know what, I guess how you look at it and stuff like that. But his numbers were like completely way off. Like he included the Xbox 360 backwards compatible numbers in with the actual total number of Xbox One games on the system.
Yeah.
And like you can't count like 360 games as Xbox One games. It just don't. That's not how that works.
Because if that's the case, then you should be able to count the PlayStation 3 and the PSP and the PS Vita.
Yeah, because I can technically play those through. I mean, well, everything that I can play through PS Now, I should be able to count. I can add to the PS4 games because I can play them on my PS4.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. But I just rather have like the actual true information out there rather than like all like these people like trying to spearhead people into a belief system.
Yeah.
So that's what I did today. I just kind of sat back and did that. And tomorrow I'm going to start my PSVR review copy that I got. So I'll be
Nice.
playing that tomorrow.
That's
Oh,
cool.
okay. That is pretty cool. I hope you get hooked up for your birthday at least. Like, yo, girl, can you get some VR porn and you and me take a little trip? You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
she actually had to work today, so she just got off at like 30 minutes ago, or actually she just got home about 20 minutes ago, and she went straight to bed. And a friend of mine though sent me a message on Facebook and was like, "You around?" I was like, "Sure." As a person I game share with, and so I was like, "Sure," because I thought she was actually going to ask if I needed if I was on my account so she could go in there and grab a game. And she's like, sent the picture, and I was like, okay. And I looked at it, and happened to be an Amazon gift card, $50 Amazon gift card. So,
Aw, that's cool.
That's awesome.
yeah, so I'm gonna go in there and probably get some I guess maybe PlayStation credit, or maybe some Xbox credit. If there was games on Xbox, I guess I could pre-order. I might do that, but I don't think there really is right now.
Right. What up, gangster? What's going on, bro?
What's good?
Who's
This
this?
is Peter.
Fucking Rem.
Oh,
Missed
Peter.
Last time we had to cover for him.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I
Me and
just
Peter
huh?
talked for hours last night, man.
Yeah, Peter's a
Dude,
cool
did you
dude.
see the watched? Did you see the watched numbers on it?
No.
It was unreal, man.
100 people.
Yes.
I couldn't fucking believe that, especially not being on Brem's channel.
And they watched it. They actually watched the whole damn thing too. Then the amount of watch time on there is the number of people times the number of minutes of the damn thing. Everybody
So
watched
like 300 and some hours.
Yeah, it was.
And it was
unreal.
100 that night too. That wasn't like collected over a few days. Like that was all in that one night. That was nuts.
Yep. I don't know. I guess more of my subscribers, because it wasn't, people in the chat weren't like the typical people on like the stream.
Yeah.
There was some obviously names that we knew, but
Cyrus and a
for the
few
most part they
others,
were
yeah.
a lot of my subs, and apparently my subs are fucking late night owls, or they live in the UK or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, a lot of our
shit was unreal, man.
Yeah, a lot of our people that watch us, it's split. It really is split. Like you have like one half, which is like probably about 130 of them that watch at night, and then you have the other half that are about like another 200-300 that are like during the day. So I'm trying to find that nice sweet spot to where both parties can come together. It's kind of
that
hard.
would be nice.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because during the day, Shane, he's got his kids with him, and I'm usually working. So trying to schedule something midday is damn near impossible. But
Yeah.
once we get that new channel launch, though, that should be remedied, because if I can't launch it or Shane can't launch it, Rambo will be able to launch it. So
yeah, then I can, like, if I was talking to you on the DMs or whatever, some of these review copies that I'm
Rambo,
getting.
don't tell people you slide into our DMs. I'm not sure they want to know that.
no homo.
Some of these review copies I'm getting, they're saying that we can set up like interviews with the developer and stuff. So
That's kind of
once we get
cool.
that channel launched, then I can actually go, if nobody else is available, then I can go in there and interview them and have that streamed on our on the Game Talk channel.
Yeah.
Brem, by the way, your Discord is still on your DMs.
Huh? No, that's all right.
No, I don't see that.
My dude.
But with
Oh,
the
it's
Game
probably-
Talk
it's
channel,
probably
Oh, never mind.
I was kind of thinking about learning how to twerk and streaming it.
Nice.
Oh my God, I was watching a
It's a
Top
Hollywood
Hats
brand.
stream on Twitch the other day,
Yeah.
and he had just introduced this like wheel thing, where if you spend $10, you get a spin on the wheel, and it does all this sorts of crazy stuff. And it was crazy because for the first 70 minutes, it was all people paying $10 to get a spin on the wheel. But somebody brought up twerking, and he said he couldn't twerk anymore because he's talking to Twitch about getting partnered, and they don't allow you to twerk on stream if you're partnered.
Damn.
Right?
sacrifices.
Like, don't
And of
sell,
course, that's
don't
what
sell
everybody was
out,
pissed
shit.
about.
Don't sell out, top, motherfucker. I want to see twerking. I paid for twerking, nigga. Like, you best
He
get
did
on that
put on
shit.
3 wigs and a cat suit, though, so that was pretty entertaining.
I have
that's
masks and
funny.
stuff. I should put that on the Game Talk stream.
What, I touch myself at night.
Okay.
Why you always gotta go weird with it, Brem?
Why not? Maybe I kind of miss going weird. Maybe I'm tired of being normal all the time. Maybe I just want to cross-dress on the weekends and sell myself out for spare change of other people's floorboards. You don't know me.
Oh,
I think
I
I've
mean,
got about 47.5 cents in my car. What can I get? Yes, I said half. I got bored. And put a
45 and a
penny in
half
the other
cents, my
day.
dude, is 45 and a half cents.
So you can't even get like a McDonald's hamburger for that much anymore.
No, you can't. It's sad. Where this economy came from.
I still remember 20-cent hamburgers and
Yeah, the
on,
Sunday deal. Where
yeah,
you got, like bags,
it was like
and bags of cheeseburgers.
there was like Wednesday and Sunday, and one day was hamburgers and one day was cheeseburgers, and the cheeseburgers were like 25 cents. Ooh.
Dude, you know what I miss, and I do miss this is 5 for $1 Arby's on their weekend sales. Oh my god.
Yes.
$1, dude. $1 got you 5 of those full-on cheddar.
Yeah,
cheddar
beef and cheddar sandwiches.
Yeah, those were so good. I was like, oh. Like, I remember getting those all the time. And then they're like, yeah, we're losing too much money, so we have to amp up all the prices. Sorry. Like, aw.
I honestly have not been back to Arby's since, so they're lost.
I don't know if it's just California, but every fast food restaurant has jacked up their prices like at least $3 or something per like
Dude,
meal.
Like out here,
It's just California.
no. Well, yes and no, but like out here, I mean, I'll put it this way: they don't do those sales anymore because Taco Bell out where I lived, out here, they used to do quarter tacos back when they were in front of Safe. Yeah, they used to be in front of Safeway, Shane, the Safeway down 95.
Oh, that would be cool. They'd be closer to me then.
That real Alberto's that is in there used to be a Taco Bell, and they used to do quarter tacos. So you could get whatever taco you like. You could get like the supreme taco or just the regular crunchy for like $1. I was like, oh.
I still remember when the Grande pack was a good deal.
Yeah, that was. Never.
It used to be like $6.50 and you got 10 things, so it was like 65 cents per, and it didn't matter because the regular tacos were 60-ish cents, but the burritos were like 90 cents, and so if you got a bunch of burritos, it was a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Hi, Discord. What's up, Tech Man? What's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Now that we're back to normal. With hope.
Normal.
We use that term loosely around here.
So we got Gangster
Right.
Edgelord up in this bitch, a.k.a. Peter, a.k.a. No Name, a.k.a. Strap-on Deluxe 360 No Scope. Yeah, I
Why
dare
does
you to
everyone
try
else
to
have
all.
I've never understood those people.
Yeah. He's
So,
sexually.
the no scope thing, that thing's too damn hard. Like, that's too much work for fucking Call of Duty.
So my dude Peter in here sexually identifies as a chalupa. So take that for what it's worth. I hope you guys.
I'd eat it.
Yeah. Oh!
You damn right
Oh! Damn, that got super gay in here.
No
You
homo.
said chalupa. I just told you not that long ago I've been in a Taco Bell mood.
Well, I just wanted to see if you would actually say something gay, and you did. So thanks for delivering on
went
that.
south on my birthday, man.
Wait, what?
So this shit went south on my birthday.
Oh.
What are you talking about? We were gonna put, like whipped cream all over him and write your name in it. I mean, it's fucking.
That would have definitely went south.
Oh, shit. Well, that virtual porn can still be a thing, Rambo. It's still your birthday, technically. Tell your old lady to put, both you get your helmet on, she gets her helmet on, put on the skin of your lover that you want to see, and go to town on it, dude.
She's asleep though, so.
It don't matter.
Sometimes when they're sleeping, it's the best. They're quiet.
What's that movie where?
Kind of reminds you of the Moor, you know?
Damn, dude.
What's that movie where they do that? Where instead of actually having sex, they just both put on the helmets? No, the other one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Where they sit right across from each other, because it's like against the rules to have sex. Like,
with Stallone, where it's like the dystopian feminist like PC future, where if you swear, you get a ticket.
I know what you're talking about. It's where Wesley Snipes plays the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
It's Demolition Man, I think.
Demolition Man, thank you.
Yes,
where Taco Bell saves the world.
Dude, seriously, that happens in that movie?
You never saw? Wait, you never seen Demolition Man, Shader?
I don't think so.
I just
saves the world.
Bro, you just got done getting placed in that same category as Jamie.
No, not even close. This guy's never seen Back to the Future. I mean, come on now.
To be fair, I haven't seen that either.
Oh my god!
I know. I need to.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong
So
with
many
you?
other movies to watch, though.
Not really. Not if you haven't seen Back to the Future.
So we started. Okay, so we did the unthinkable over this weekend, and in sort of a celebratory manner of for my. So I got the position permanently at my job, my promotion. It was just a trial run, but they're like, oh yeah, here's a job offer. They gave me an hourly wage that I would like, and I'm sticking with it. So I was like, hell yeah, thank you. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. So it's a permanent promotion. That's not just a trial run. So because of this, thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. So over this weekend, we decided to finally start the show that every single one of my friends, excluding Shaner, has told me to do, and I've been putting it off for years, and I finally did it. I started Game of Thrones.
Ah.
Everybody and their brother has been telling me I should watch it. Everybody and their brother has hit me up one way or another within the last couple of weeks when I was telling people or asking people about it online. Hey, what do you guys think about Game of Thrones? As soon as I caught wind, dude, they started swarming me. They're like, bro, you gotta watch it. It's great. It's amazing. And you know what? It is fucking brutal, dude. It is probably one of the most brutal shows.
It's not a bad show.
Don't talk about it because I still have to start it. So
bro,
I don't want to get.
So knowing how demented you are, Rambo, this show is definitely up your alley, sir.
That's what I've heard. That's the reason why I want to watch it. I'm very interested in it. But,
in reality, it's just a bunch of tits and ass and like people killing each other in some pretty brutal ways.
So it's like a better version of Oz.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I liked Oz.
Or Rambo, you could watch the 3-parter that South Park
Rambo.
does explaining Game of Thrones. Basically the thing you need to know is they'll show you a soft wiener, not a hard wiener, because a hard wiener is more threatening than a soft wiener. So that's why.
You know what? What's funny is like that is pretty accurate because all the dick that I've seen in that show is all been flaccid. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous that it's flaccid. I'm like, god damn! I'm like, this guy's hung like a horse and he's a midget. What the fuck?
He's a fucking tripod.
Jesus Christ. But no, it's actually, I'm not going to ruin anything, but it is a lot of, it's pretty rapey. It's rapey and violent, so.
In other words, it's a, biography of Gamer Dragon's life. So.
Oh, I have to say this real quick, because I read something that's going to be kind of like off your little Game of Thrones subject, but I can't forget this because I'm going to be moving on. But we all know Total Biscuit, right?
Yeah.
How he went full SJW crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, he sent out a tweet that said, "Aspiring content creator ? Focus less on perceived injustices on the platform and more on building your audience and making good content." And Mundane Matt, which is kind of weird because he went SJW there for a while. He was like, he put in quotations, "Focus less on perceived injustices. Pot, meat, kettle. Or did you forget your little meme spurge last week?"
Damn.
Ouch.
It's so funny that these people they walk themselves right into those little.
Oh, watching them eat each other alive is just the most glorious thing ever.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoy watching them cannibalize each other's content and channels and shit. It's pretty funny.
It really is kind of funny. It's kind of you can sit back and just be amused at that point. You don't even have to interject.
Man, who was it that just did a video on the new View episode where they did some interview with a bunch of trans people and none of the actual like Whoopi and all them could get any of the terms and shit straight, so they all ended up pointing fingers at each other and saying that's
that the
bigoted.
One Kevin Hart was on?
I don't know. I have to see. It was funny though. I don't think it was Sargon or anything, but it was somebody in that sphere, and they just, I think yesterday, posted a video about it, and I think the episode had aired the day before or something, and it was just hilarious. This trans chick or whatever, she was, what was it? She was Pansexual, but homo-romantic.
What is that? That's more confusing than when people like to fuck animals in pots and pans. What is that?
Well, it was she's physically attracted to both genders, but she's only ever romantically interested in women. And so she'll screw guys, but it's just a sex thing. Oh, it was Steven Crowder. That's who it was. It was Steven Crowder. And dude, he was going off on him because she was like, okay, so this chick basically just fucks dudes for sex. And how horrible would it be if a guy had come out and said, yeah, well, I like guys and girls, but I only use women just for sex. I'm only interested in relationships with guys. Like people would have a shit.
Dude.
People would have a shit fit.
You're right though.
That's seriously a mental illness. That's
Right?
That is funny.
It's nuts, man.
If they're
then
using
everybody's
them just
flipping
for
out.
sex, back in my day, we called those whores. I don't know what you call them nowadays.
And everybody's flipping out
That's
over the
what they call me,
transgender in
Game
the
of
military.
Thrones.
It's politically incorrect to call them whores now.
Excuse me, sir. They're working girls.
It's sexually liberated females.
Yeah.
We're part of the SLF.
They're just called
movement.
stewardesses.
Yo, bro, seriously? If a hot stewardess on an airline, I'd pay for that ticket as long as I got a
I thought
happy
the
ending.
proper term was flight attendant now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, stewardess is not gender neutral.
Oh man, speaking of this, it was funny as hell because I embarrassed the shit out of my wife. We were at my daughter's parent night for going into orientation for what we need to know about our kids going into school, and they were going through the dress code, and they were like, no shorts, just pants, and all this stuff. And some guy asked, I guess because his daughter was there, he's like, well, what about skirts? Can't girls wear skirts? And the principal, the ninth grade principal looked at the school principal and said, like, what's our policy on that? And he goes, yeah, you can wear skirts. So I raised my hand immediately. I was like, so with this equality and all, where everybody's equal these days, I said, so how come they can wear skirts, but my boys can't wear shorts? Like, we have problems, and he said we have problems where shorts are usually coming too short, but we never have a problem with skirts. And I'm thinking, he said, but if your son wants to wear a skirt, I won't send him home. And I said, bet.
Game on.
Challenge accepted.
So, if my son comes in and he's commando, he is fine, right? Like,
Is that include kilts worn the proper way?
Hey, what's going on, Mark? Mark's one of my followers on Twitter here, and he's a subscriber, so he came over here. I want to say hi to him. He's in the chat.
oh, hey, what's up, dude? Welcome.
Welcome, Mark.
He's a new one to the stream.
His other name has wood in it. Woodland.
Yeah, don't. I since you don't actually know what this is about, don't let the name puzzle you. Because whenever we call it the game talk, we call it the game talk because it's kind of like how, we talk games here too, but
this is the conversation
like
that takes place while you're gaming with your friends, pretty much.
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of like when you're in party chat. This is kind of like how it's like almost like a really public party chat.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right down to every gay little detail.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Why? Well, can people stop saying that PlayStation has raised the price of PlayStation Plus twice already?
What? When did this last time happen?
I only heard about the newest one.
Well, they raised the price in America. Like the last time, whenever they raised it went from $49.99 a year to $59.99 a year.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, what's that extra $10 for? All right, so that was only for North America. But now they have upped it. They're upping it in the UK from. They're upping it by £10 a year, and these Xbox guys are running around going, "Oh, well, it's the same difference. It's the same. They're just giving them the same increases that they gave America." But everybody's running around saying that Xbox, I mean, all these Xbox are going. PlayStation has raised the price of PlayStation Plus twice, since they had the PlayStation 4, and y'all aren't saying anything. It's like we're not saying anything because they raised it in spurts. They raised it for North America, then they raised it for the UK. It's not like they raised it across the board twice. At that point, we would be like going, "Fuck you,"
Right.
But the articles literally say raising the price for Europe, but somehow these American YouTubers are like mind fucked thinking that means America too. It just.
Well, it's not like Microsoft
Goddamn liberals.
isn't doing the exact same thing. So it's like, what exactly are you bragging about?
Yeah, I know. It's like, just how about you just read? It says right there, like Europe, read.
No.
But Mark, I think you're right. I think that PlayStation Plus and PS Now is going to be combined.
As long as it wasn't super expensive, I wouldn't mind that.
Well, no, I think that what they're doing. I think that's what the $10 extra a year is for. I think that because remember we went from $49.99 a year to $59.99 a year here in America, but nothing extra got added. And now the UK is getting raised the extra $10 there, and so the update 5.0, which I think is coming in August, that we all signed up for a beta for. You had to be a PlayStation Now subscriber. And also the PlayStation World, it's a Twitter account that tweets out PlayStation news. They said there's some big information coming in regards to PlayStation Now. So what I'm thinking is that extra $10 is that anybody who for the full price for the 1-year subscription for PlayStation Plus is going to have access to PlayStation Now. So it's not going to increase the PlayStation Plus price. It's just going to allow those that buy the year sub to have PlayStation Now access.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great idea, honestly.
I haven't renewed my PlayStation Plus in quite some time. I haven't really been able to afford it, but I mean,
it was never worth it for my Vita, so I never got it. And I was kind of interested in PlayStation Now for my Vita, but everything was streamed, and at that point it was you had to rent each game individually, and
Oh yeah, back when that fucking sucked.
Yeah, I really wish they would just have it so that way you can buy it, and instead of a monthly fee. I really wish that, because there'd be like 5 or 6 games that I'd love. I'd pay $20 each for them to be able to play them on the Vita. But
yeah.
Yeah, JC's, I think that's what they're doing. I mean, obviously it's just speculation, but there's been too many hints that something big is coming with PlayStation Now, and PlayStation
it seems like the
Plus
most logical conclusion.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus has increased in
PS
price.
Now on PC. I mean,
do what?
You could play PS Now on PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would do it for that then.
Yeah. It's all streaming though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, because then you're paying $60 a year instead of $100 a year.
Exactly. You save money that way.
Yeah, you save $40, and then there's a shit ton of games on PlayStation Now. There's over 450 games there.
And dude, $40 is $40. So.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's in a whole other game, especially on the PC.
Yeah.
That would get you the Call of Duty 4 remaster, which is apparently not getting the greatest reviews on Steam.
But Nova, streaming games isn't. I mean, it's first of all, PlayStation Now is really not an exuberant price anymore. $19.99. Well, your first month if you're a new subscriber is $9.99, or it's $19.99 a month. Or you can get it for $39.99 for 3 months, or $99.99 for a year.
Mm-hmm.
But $100 in a year, and you have access to 450 games. That's
yeah, it is a lot of games.
I mean, say you get some overtime that week or something. I mean, shit, that a whole year.
That's not. I mean, it's not. That to me, it's not really an exuberant amount. Not the streaming thing is the key, is because if you have internet speeds that are just capable enough, then it's probably going to suck for you. But like speeds like mine. Everybody talks about how bad the like PlayStation Now is, but I have yet to have a single problem with PlayStation Now. Like it's ran and it looks just like I'm playing on a PS3.
Yeah.
But I have like great speeds.
No doubt. I mean, shit.
I never had a lag problem. Last time I used it, it was over like a year and a half ago, I think, maybe a year.
Granted, everybody here probably has some of the better internet that's available, though.
I would hope so.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
At
I don't know
one
what
point you had a
I'm-
gig, Brim, so
Again, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well, if you add up all mine, I have more than a gig. If you add them all up together and add them together, if you can do that.
Nah, I wish it worked that way, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
there
if you
actually is
let me,
something.
let
Mine
me
has showed something like that, Brim.
let me send you to this YouTuber that I know named Theo Joe. I'm sure he'll be able to show you a few things.
Oh god, his things are fucking hilarious. Have you seen the ones where like how do you increase your internet speed and you put like tape a bunch of Ethernet cables together or
Yeah,
something
it
like
makes a
that?
fiber
and then-
optic cable that way.
Yeah, and it's just fucking.
Exactly. Doesn't everybody already know this?
There's
This
people
is
in
a
his
thing,
comment section
people.
saying that, like bitching at him, saying I tried this and my speeds didn't increase, and I'm like going, you don't deserve the internet, man. Like there's problems.
That's
Ew.
one step above saying Alt F4 is how you do whatever in a video game.
Yeah, like,
It is how
His
you do
videos are
things
like-
in Diablo 2 after they drop their items on the ground.
True story. I've seen it happen. I used to do that. And it also used to be a dupe thing where you tell people, oh, hey, dude, like, okay, what we're going to do is trade. You hit trade at the same exact time. And then if it doesn't work, because there's a real thing there. Like, if both players hit trade at the same time, it'll dupe the item. But 9 times out of 10, you'd be a dickhead and just be like a second sooner and then log out. Oh, I'll tell you
It
what.
just happened to somebody in a game of Borderlands 2 I was playing with.
Oh,
Fucking
really?
dickhead. Yeah, somebody had a bunch of high level items and we were duping some stuff and they were like, "Oh yeah, dupe it for me," and then they didn't do it right. They exited the duel before the right thing had been done or whatever, and they just took the item and bounced.
Oh.
I felt so, and it was one of the ones she hadn't duped it for anybody else. It was the first time duping that one item, so nobody else had a copy that we could dupe for her again. I
Oh,
felt
fuck.
so bad, yeah.
That does suck.
all right,
Rambo, what's the deal with all the store updates on Xbox? You follow that way closer than me.
the store updates? They just keep update. What do you mean, like how can you keep on getting updates?
There's always in my update section in my games and apps. It seems like the store is there way more than any other game.
Like why? Oh, why? Oh, like
The store
in
app.
my games and apps area.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I've yet to ever see that one.
Shit, it's been
That's
happening to
weird.
Brim too. I think the store app has been updating.
A lot. Yeah.
That is weird.
It is
But,
very,
to
very
me-
strange.
To me, it seems like they would update the UI and that which would take care of the store instead of like the store app by itself.
Yeah, that was my thinking too, but apparently I'm wrong.
Nope. It's
can-
because you're Jew.
Can y'all inform Simo, since like him and I don't see eye to eye, that while he's like searching his life and learning about life on the internet, that he can look up what sarcasm means
Oh.
and because I said in a tweet, I said I really think that because I was talking to these people and these people were completely stupid. They're Xbox guys. I said I really think that owning an Xbox is kind of dangerous for your psyche. And he replied, he said, well, it really has no effect on your psyche because, and I was like, dude, it's a joke. He's like, well, you should be more clear about that. And I was like, it's kind of like clear because it's an asinine thing to say. Like
We're gonna put
like,
jokes in capital letters from now on, Rambo. That's what we're gonna do.
You should be able just to look at it and go, "Oh, he's being facetious." Okay. I don't really believe that the Xbox has some sort of mind control power. You know.
That's funny.
Whew, I was like, I had to just quit replying because like,
all right, Simo, we're done for the day, buddy. Have a good one.
I was like, go check. I wanted to reply to him and say, go check Google. It'll help you. But I didn't. I was nice. I just.
He's my buddy, though. I know. I get him.
Yeah.
I get what you guys are trying to do. I know. He's like that, though. It's hard. It's hard.
It's so hard. I've never dealt with anybody that learns from Google.
No, sir. The proper terminology is Wikipediacation. All right.
Yeah. I've never knew that the university existed until Simo. I think he's the only one that is a member of it. He's cool. He's a special type of dude. I guess if I talked to him more, maybe I'd get to know him a little bit better. But
yeah, we used to talk all the time. Me and Simo used
I've got to actually
be cool all the time. I mean, even now, like if I see him in chat, I'll go over there and say hi to him because he's always been good with me. Like even when me and him disagree, like it takes a little minute for him to finally register what we're trying to say. But when he finally gets it, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to him like one day whenever we're not talking about any like serious subject or anything like that, where we can just kind of bullshit, so I can kind of get a true feel for how he is. Because man, I can't get the.
He triggers you.
I can't have any. I can't get Wikipediacation.
Wikipediacation, son.
I've never graduated, so I've never gone to that school. I need to enroll though, I guess.
Yes, just like
because if it's on Wikipedia, Rambo, it's got to be real.
Just like you need to educate yourself in linguistics of the online education programs, and yeah. So
yeah,
Ebonics is a thing for your future, Rambo. You should get used to that.
I see that. I'm actually enrolling now because whenever I tweeted that out earlier about Spanish translators, all these language sites started following me on Twitter. Like they just, I guess they saw I was talking about German and French and all that, and they thought this guy wants language like updates, so they started following me. So now I can sign up to learn whatever type of language I want. So I'm gonna sign up for my Ebonics class, so that way I can understand half the YouTubers.
So
hey, it's racist to tell them to speak proper English.
Yeah, because they're like, you want me to talk white? And I'm like, no, I just want you to talk normal. Like, just.
Do you want me to talk white? What the
who
fuck?
Got in trouble and got reprimanded for being racist for correcting a black student's grammar because I guess he had written a paper in Ebonics. And the professor got, like, I don't know if he got fired, but he at least got, like, a warning or a write-up or something. It was pretty insane.
That shit. I would tell that principal and that educating staff.
I think at that point I'd probably just quit. I'd just be like...
White?
I'd be like, dude, I just got to go. I'm going to go work at McDonald's or something.
Yo,
I'm with Jordan Peterson. I think the university is no longer at the universities.
Oh no, it's not. No, there's only a handful of universities that actually believe in
Hecklon.
the true meaning of higher education. So
better calm down, guys. Hecklon's getting reels. He's getting reels.
Yeah, I actually asked the principal because well, after the whole thing was over, I didn't want to ask in front of everybody because I didn't want to embarrass my wife even further. But I asked him, I was like, I got to know, like, with this whole, I said, alternative lifestyle is becoming more and more, Twitter friendly. I said, are y'all going to be teaching that crap in these classes? I said, she goes, oh no. And I was like, if y'all decide to ever cover it, I said, are y'all going to let the parents know so I can pull my child from that? I was like, because that needs to be an alternative education, not in school. And she's like, oh no, I agree. It has no place in public school. And I was like, thank God I'm never moving from Oklahoma.
No matter how many
Like,
tornadoes come after you, you're never
Yeah,
leaving.
like God can try to kill me all he wants, but damn it,
This shit is my home.
yes, like these people believe, man.
Damn it, Marjorie! This is the third time that dang tornadoes tore up the trailer.
You don't understand here in Oklahoma, like our tornadoes are like the size of. Well, let's put it this way: the last 3 tornadoes have been about 5 miles wide on the ground,
Whew.
and they stay on the ground for about 3 hours.
Bro, like, it's like, but here's the thing. What you're forgetting about this, Peter, is my dude has relatives who have relatives that live down the street and have backup trailers. So if his trailer's gone, he could just be like, yo, can I borrow one of those? Like, all right, we got you.
We're good.
Yep. We're ready to go, man.
This is a family vacation. Like, what? Yeah, we're gonna move our uncle Kyle into next door. Like, what happened? Oh, tornado took his trailer. Oh shit.
Yeah, when the tornado sirens go off, it's like the starting bell, like at a boxing ring or something. We all run outside so we can sit down and watch.
Fucking rednecks.
Wait a minute.
Dude.
My wife's alarm clock is there too? I mean, because that's basically what that fucking thing is.
No, seriously, he's not joking. That shit's real. Like, she scared the shit out of me the other night when I was over there with him. Like, I'm like, yeah, we're just chilling, talking or whatever, and the shit goes off, and it's so fucking loud. Like, it actually made me jump a little bit, bro. Brimstone, you stone. I want some of that shit. I'll fuck my cousin.
Right?
I'll fuck my cousin.
Dude, man, like you should have released your kid cousin. Like,
I'll go get my Uncle Fester. He will rape you in the mouth. He will rape you in your goddamn mouth.
Oh, boy. Hey, boy, you
It's
got
quick
some
chronic
weed?
Carmelite.
and y'all call me the redneck.
What's up, Mr. J? Yeah, right? Hey, man, you know what?
Oh,
We
God,
gotta
that's
keep the
okay.
bloodlines pure.
How
Don't
do
you
think
guys
get a
know?
purebred dog? That's how you get a purebred person.
Bro, like, I mean, that's some Game of Thrones shit right there. Not to ruin anything for you, Rambo, but god damn it.
It makes me want to watch it. I started watching it at one point, but nobody told me like the first couple of episodes are kind of like real slow, like setting everything up,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just kind of goes ape shit. So I kind of got through the first episode and a half, and I was like, "Fuck, this is kind of boring." But then I never went back and watched it. But then now people have told me, "Dude, if you would just kept on watching, like you wouldn't have been able to quit watching."
Yeah.
So-
Well, the thing for me was like the very beginning. Like that's what got me, and that's kind of like what I base all my watching stuff on. Like if it can get me in the first episode, I'll be hooked. I'll sit through that shit for days. I won't even fucking get off of it. Especially like right now I'm on my Friday, right? So I could actually go out to my living room right now and probably for the next 2 days watch Game of Thrones and not sleep. Like that's just how I am with shows. Like I'll no life that shit.
Okay, that's what I usually do. But because I had just finished because I had never seen what is that? Breaking Bad.
I still
And so
haven't
I
seen that
binge-
yet. Yeah.
I still haven't seen it either.
I binge watched the shit out of Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
and going from that to Game of Thrones was kind of like I think it set myself up because I like at the end of Breaking Bad there's like a lot of action and a lot of drama bullshit happening, and in the beginning of Game of Thrones is just now starting, like it's building like the stuff. It's not really there yet.
What
And so I
episode
think
are
that
you on, if you don't mind me asking?
Of Game of Thrones, like I said, I haven't even got past the first episode and a half, so I'm gonna have to go back and start
There's
from the beginning.
well,
again.
what it is they're long episodes because each one's an hour long or a little bit over an hour long. So like, there's a lot to take in. Like my dick. Sorry, I couldn't help that.
Mr. J, I wasn't calling you a corporate slave. I was saying that these people are corporate slaves, and I had to mute them. I included you in there because you were part of the Legion, which I just classify all of y'all as dumbasses. So, like at that point, that's the reason why I included you in there.
Who's this
Sounds
Go Get
fair.
13 guy? 413 guy? Oh, Go Get?
Been around a while.
Yeah,
That's our dude, man.
Yeah, he's been
Oh,
around for a
yeah.
good, yeah.
Oh, he knows who Go Get is. He's him and Go Get have had plenty of conversations.
Go get likes to take cocaine off of penises. Yeah.
No,
does.
heck, Juan, you're just like Riley Dennis. You're a trans woman lesbian who just hasn't had the surgery yet.
Hey, Mr. J, I might look very ignorant doing that, but at least I'm not the actual ignorant.
And excuse me, Rambo, but you're pronunciating it wrong. Pronunciating. See what I just did
Pronunciating
there?
Pronunciating.
Yeah. No, pronunciating. That's what it's gonna be called, because you
That's
said
a word,
you said
yeah.
ignorant, and pronunciating is literally the ass backwards way of doing things. So instead of saying
Oh, Jesus
ignorant,
Christ.
Kyle, can you please say ignorant? Thank you.
He's ignorant.
Hey,
I'm
come
still
on,
stuck
Kyle,
on
stop being a bitch.
I'm still stuck on like, the pronunciating. I'm like,
Pronunciating.
going, how the hell did you even come up with that word?
It's literally a play on words.
Ebonics
Yeah, I
101.
Pronunciating your words, guys. So don't say
I had a
ignorant, say ignorant. Don't say ask, you say axe.
And don't say
I had
I
a
saw
conversation
that
with
movie.
a-
Say I seen it.
I saint it.
You said the play on words. Like I had a long Twitter, these long Twitter conversations with these people, because this guy got arrested, and the article read, "A man named Felony has been arrested and charged with several felonies." And people in the thing were going, "Well, it's not his fault; it's his parents' fault." His parents named him that, so that's the reason why he lived up to his name. And I'm like, y'all got to be joking, right? Because it's got to be a joke. Like, y'all can't really be serious. And
That is kind of
these
funny,
people
though.
were serious. These people were serious, saying, "Well, yeah, I mean, it has to be. It's not entirely his fault. Like, since his parents named him that, then he was destined for it." And I was like,
He had to
so,
commit
yeah, like,
crime.
that means that.
Yo, fuck it.
people
I feel like
named
robbing
Angel-
some shit today. You all down?
I was like, so that means people named Angel never do get into trouble? I was like, that. Like, what do you? How do, like, that makes no
And a
fucking
chick
sense.
named
Like,
Mercedes. I mean, she's just got to buy a Mercedes, even
she
if it
drives
puts
a
her 100 grand in the
BMW,
hole.
I mean,
You know,
exactly.
you know what's funny is, like, one of my friends, she's a porn star, and her name is Mercedes Carrera. So, like, the running joke with her would be like, "Oh, so everybody's gotta get inside you, right, and test you out?" Like,
Oh yeah, everyone wants a Mercedes.
the only reason why I had to unfollow her on Twitter, bro, is like because my in-laws were on my phone all the time, fucking around with social media. So, like, because my in-laws are old people, and they don't know what Twitter really is that much, and you know.
She used to tweet you spread eagles. Like
I
an
know.
old woman.
So she would tweet me like early in the morning, Mercedes would, of her going spread eagle or taking a dick or some shit. And it would always be on my front feed. So anytime someone would go onto their Twitter, and if I followed you or you followed me, you would see Mercedes Carrera, spread eagle, no problem. So I was like, okay, I gotta unfollow this chick. I can't.
That's why closed groups in Facebook are just magical.
You just need
Yeah.
to tell your in-laws that, you know what, I get great downstairs grooming tips from her. That's why I get that.
Tell my yo, I just gotta tell you people, you know, this porn star has changed my life.
It's shown me and your daughter how to wax our genitals.
Isn't she hella smart though?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
I was gonna say, like, I knew there was a porn star that was like a Mensa member and had like 2 doctorates or some shit. I couldn't
Some
remember
of
if that
them
was
are,
her though.
Yeah,
There's
she's
quite a few
she
of
got
them.
she got 2 doctrines, and she's
That's
dude,
what I thought.
it's crazy. And she used to be like hardcore into physics too. I'm like, God damn, like, girl, you are crazy.
I mean, when you're hot and you can make probably twice the money with 1/10 the effort.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that's kind of what she said, because when we talked last, like, that's exactly what because I asked her about that when I first met her back when GG was a pretty big thing still. I had asked her about that. I was like, yo, like, if you have all these degrees, like, why are you sucking dick for money? And she was like, why not? She's like, I love sex. She's like, I actually am a nympho. She's like, I love sex. and she's commitment right now for relationships just is a no-go for me because I've dealt with nothing but assholes. She's like, I might as well fucking take a dick in my own asshole and make as much money as I possibly can versus paying for somebody else's bullshit and being treated like shit. I'm like, oh well, okay, well shit, you put it like that.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah. Cyrus Martin, yeah. That guy's an asshole. He triggers me. He talks shit about PC gamers. Oh my god.
He tries to kill me every podcast because he always puts these quotes that I say in there.
Oh yeah, you didn't quote him right at all today. There, Cyrus. You missed it when he said that he thinks he's better than anybody because he's actually older than most of the cast members that watch this. So I mean,
me and Rambo are the two old fogies.
Fucking old saggity sacks. How old are you, sir?
30.
Oh fuck! God damn it! You call that old? You asshole!
Yeah,
It's old enough.
Dickhead!
I'm the fucking baby of the group. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yo,
I'm the grandpa of the group.
He's the baby of the group, and he's probably got more kids than anybody here.
Combined.
I don't have any, so.
Oh, well, there you go.
Then I got you beat.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, Jesus! Oh, you didn't hear him earlier, Cyrus? He said he'd suck a dick for $20 because $20 is $20. I mean, that's
Since y'all weren't in on the other cast, Fratanga, the Scottish guy, True Scottish guy, Stonesy, and whoever else is on their cast, and Mr. J, all want me to jump in their podcast now all of a sudden. And they all have a bone to pick with me. I'm like going, so
bring it on.
5-on-1.
Do it. You're used to that kind of thing, right? See what I did there.
Yeah.
Brazzers.
Well, it's honestly, it's over the objectively argument.
Are you serious?
Yes, because like Stonesy and Fratanga and the Scottish guy and True Scottish guy or whatever, they all believe that PC is objectively better. And when I did my video saying that what they don't understand, the devil's in the details of the argument.
Well,
so
if that's the case, their own objectivity can amount to subjectivity. So,
that's the thing. That's the whole thing about this argument is that yes, I could probably think of a dozen different things in which the PC has objective advantages over consoles, but for 99.9% of any of the reasons that anyone would pick a PC over a console or a console over a PC is all based around somebody's subjective opinion on those particular things. So even if it is objectively better in ways or whatever.
Well, no, I mean, like they don't even say like in ways. Like they are saying it's objectively better. And I said that's the reason why that
is opinion.
I said that's the reason why that's the reason why y'all are going to lose the argument. I said because I can find any gaming PC that is weaker than the current consoles, and you've lost your argument. And they were like, no, because I can upgrade it. And I said, no, you can't. I said, not for the argument of objectivity. I said, because if you upgrade it, you're putting your personal input into it. I said, it has to be as they stand right now. Every PC out there has to be better in every possible way than consoles for it to be objective. And they were like, well, no, that's not how it works. And like, yeah, it really does. That's the definition.
Okay, because that is kind of being pedantic about. I mean, that is a way to take objective, or to.
That's the only way to take objective.
Well, not if you break it down into the individual arguments, though.
Yeah, obviously, but that's not what they're doing.
Like I said, I don't even know what this is all about.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I keep telling them, I'm like, break it down into like pieces. I was like, at that point, you might be able to say objectively on certain things and not on the other. But But whenever
To-
you paint with that broad brush, I was like, you've lost your argument.
Yeah.
Jay says, to be fair, or Mr. J says, to be fair, you think Fertanga's PC is weaker than current consoles.
I have no idea about what Fratanga even plays on.
No, Mr. J
I
thinks
don't. I don't.
he says he thinks it might be weaker than.
Oh yeah, I was like,
But-
I don't really care. I'm not even in the whole.
That's not really. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Jay, but that's not really the point here. The point is, if we're gonna say PCs in general are better than consoles, right? What does that have to do with anything? If you're gonna sit there and say a gaming PC is better than consoles, well, obviously it's a gaming PC. Someone probably built it to be better. Like, that's the thing. You have to actually put in something that is better because you know it's better. It's obviously objective at this point, but the reason why you're doing it is subjective. You see what I mean? Like, no one's gonna go out and buy a PC to nowadays just because it's objectively better. Nobody does that. People usually, there's just so many reasons why people buy PCs. Whether it be workstations, whether it be design CAD, or regardless if it's for running a Linux box as a server. I mean, there's just so many fucking millions of reasons to why people buy this shit. And it's not because it's objectively better in gaming. And that's where people and see, that was like one of the bigger things that me and Stonesy were getting into with Cyrus. Was like, I was trying to tell Stonesy, like, on Twitter, you remember that, Rambo, we went back and forth with him together. Yeah. Like, just because it's objectively better to doing something doesn't mean that's what people are going to go into buying this for, or at least not everybody. And if they do, that is based on your own subjective opinion. Yes, it's objectively better factual, but what does that matter when you're talking about personal preferences?
Well, even whenever, like, his followers, it goes back kind of, because I look at Fratanga as like a B version of Rags, you know. And so,
Shots fired.
You know how Rags' followers are. Whenever you say something, they're like, I've listened to Rags, I know everything. Well, now, like, it's gotten even worse, because now all of a sudden, like, Fratanga's followers are like trying to jump in this whole argument. They said, there's one that said, there's nothing a PC can't do or nothing that a console can't do that a PC can't do objectively better. And I said, yes, there is. And then he goes, no, there's not. And I was like, play Madden 17. And he's like, oh, well, that's just one game. That doesn't count. I'm like, yes, it does. Like from what your argument is, it counts. I was like, that's the reason why that you can't use this broad argument.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you can't. A different argument.
You can't use a broad brushstroke and selectively cherry pick every little thing that supports your argument. It has to be literally based on a generalization or nothing. The moment you bring in a generalized topic to argue about, you need to keep it that way. And the moment you start saying, well, you know, why would I play that? Well, there you go. You just killed your own fucking argument.
Yeah, you're fucking reaching at that point. You're done.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to tell them. And they keep thinking that they're calling me like you're a console peasant. You're a. I'm like, I'm not saying that consoles are even better. I'm just trying to correct your fucking argument, because you sound like you sound like you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just trying to guide you in that path. Make your points. I don't care. But make your points, but actually make them in the correct way. Just word them correctly. I say, because the way you're wording them, you are incorrect. To
be fair, though, I do want to say this: like, Fratanga puts in way more work than Rags does.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah, he puts in a lot of work on his videos. So like, I do watch him for that, actually, because his content, like, I'm not trying to shit on Rags or anything, but really, like, Fratanga does do the better quality of videos. Now, if we could just somehow get Fratanga to look at things as a more logical standpoint versus his own fifis and his opinions, that'd be good.
Yes, that's the only thing that's really the only thing that I want to, like, get across to Fratanga, because he's not doing. It's not that he's like doing anything wrong, but like on this one particular argument,
yeah,
he's like stuck in like some sort of my talking points, you know, and every time that you try to like direct him in like where he's going wrong in his argument, he starts feeding off his talking points in his videos, and I'm like, you're going off base here. Like, follow the path. Like, I'm not trying to argue against you. I'm just trying to correct what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it all started whenever somebody said that that Xbox fanboys are terrible for the community. But this guy said, I'm afraid that PC elitists might be worse, because he had a comment on one of his YouTube videos that said, "Die, you scum faggot! I hope you die burning death in your kids," or something. I mean, some kind of weird like derogatory thing, and
Something
like
that was
PC
taken
master
out
race for
really
life.
far out, yeah.
Yes, and so Fratanga quoted his tweet and said, "No, console fanboys are worse." And so me and this other guy replied, "How? Like they're all bad. Like no matter what platform they're on, they're all bad." And he was like, "Well, you pay for PlayStation Plus." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I was like, that doesn't make me a console fanboy." I was like, what does that have to do with your argument? And then all of a sudden he started going, "Well, it's free on Steam," and I'm like, okay, then it he started going into his talking points, and then that's whenever like the objectively better, and I'm like going, oh god, here we go, and it literally went on for like 1,800 replies.
Oh boy.
I think I understand what the argument he was trying to get across was, and that's PC fanboys might be toxic just like every other kind of fanboy, but console fanboys defend
Be right back.
bad business practices.
That's
a valid argument. That is a valid argument.
I can
get it,
but the thing is, though, is his wording.
It's very poorly worded, and yeah.
When you're having an argument and you want to win the argument, wording is the key detail. And I was never really actually arguing against him. I was just arguing that his argument is worded incorrectly. But everybody was like,
well, of course, you stepped in the landmine. You took a side, or even if you didn't, and that brings out all the fanboys on both sides.
Well, he basically said that PC fanboys, they're not bad for the industry because they might be assholes and arrogant and all this stuff, but they're right. And I'm like, that's an incorrect statement, because like, sure, there might be some that are, but just like your followers that are like replying to me saying that every single thing about a PC is objectively better than a console,
well,
that's wrong.
To be fair though, Rambo, it's like, well, shit, not even to be fair, this dude, to generalize everyone saying, or to generalize the PC people saying that they're right, that makes him one of them. He's part of the problem.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because he seems to like literally think that PC players or PC gamers are they're above reproach because they're right. Like they're the mecca of gaming, and it's like you can't make that. It's these blanket arguments or these blanket statements or broad statements like that you can't make. Like it doesn't work. It doesn't work if I make them against console people or anything. Like you have to be very specific in what you're arguing about. I could, no matter how much time that I talked to him, I could never get him to see that the only problem that he was having is having broad statements. And now they want me to go on a podcast with him, and I'm like, if I can't make you understand when I'm talking directly to you, like how am I going to make you understand when I have 5 people talking at me? Like it doesn't seem like it's going to work.
And I see his point. I'm guessing, I'm assuming, because I see this argument a lot, and that
I got it.
It's kind of like,
I understood his argument, but he just was arguing
kind of
wrong.
It's kind of like how Sargon. Whenever anybody asks Sargon why he doesn't attack the right, or why he doesn't go after anything the stupid people on the right are doing, and he's just like, well, because the right aren't affecting anything. They're not passing laws. They're not, so even if they're just as toxic as the idiots on the left, the idiots on the left are the ones who are getting legislation passed and doing things like that. So they're the bigger threat at the moment. And I can kind of see that dichotomy where, yes, there are idiots on PCs, but really all they do is talk shit online and stink up a big storm.
But still, like me paying for PS Plus isn't affecting him at all.
Well, but see, that's the thing. It's not yet, but they are trying, and it's because it's succeeding on consoles.
No, it's not. No. PlayStation didn't go, oh, well, Microsoft can charge money, I'm going to charge money. They thought, well, shit, Microsoft is getting money. I'm going to get money because I'm a greedy fucking company too.
Well, and long
if
before
PCs
the
are going to do
thing, look at World of Warcraft's paid prescription.
Right, but that's a game that whoa. That's a game that deserves it. You know, that's
your opinion.
No, and right, fair enough. But that's not charging to access online, and that's
charging to access the fucking game every month.
But that's only one game, though, and yes, that has spawned its own host of issues, but it's been held back on the PC because most PC gamers aren't willing to do that kind of thing.
No, whoa. The thing is, though, is these PC gamers that are attacking the PlayStation Plus and the Xbox Live, they aren't saying shit about the World of Warcraft shit. They're not like they're just ignoring it like it's not even there.
But again, that's for a specific game, and it's for a game that
doesn't matter.
Well, no, yes, it does.
No, yes, a bad business practice is a bad business practice.
But wait. It wasn't a bad business practice in the case of World of Warcraft because that was a ridiculously expansive and expensive thing for Blizzard to do. I mean, the amount of servers that they had to keep up and running for that kind of thing, and the amount of even with the just forgetting like the paid expansions, the amount of content that they put out in between.
Okay,
it was a ton of content.
Can I ask you something?
Go for it.
Do you know, without a shadow of a doubt, do you know what every dime that I pay Sony for PlayStation Plus and Microsoft for Xbox Live, do you know what every single penny that actually is being given to them, what they spend it on?
Of course not.
So how can you say it's not justified? Because they could be spending it on stuff that actually benefits us, like all these different features and stuff like that actually cost money and manpower to maintain. That's the thing.
Places like Steam and Origin, and that they can do it for free. So could Sony and Microsoft.
To be fair, I can guarantee you there might be 125 million active Steam accounts, but I can guarantee you there's more people playing on Xbox Live on one game than in the Xbox party chat than there is in Steam's online and Steam's party chat. They are usually in Discord and other places in other areas. So the amount of stress on Steam servers aren't really at the same level because it's all being spread out amongst all these different areas.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure that most of the in-game voice chats for games like Dota 2 and stuff use the Steam servers.
Well, to be quite honest, I don't know about Dota 2. I don't know how to play, but I can tell you that
none of us know a lot about any of this.
Every single game that I played on PC that was multiplayer, there was nobody fucking talking, like anywhere in the game. I had to go either into Discord or TeamSpeak or wherever to find somebody to actually play with. But there was actually the game was crowded, but there was nobody talking because nobody was in there. They were all in the different applications. But still, like the one thing that I can say is that obviously paying Xbox and paying PlayStation has some sort of benefit because we actually have a mirror side by side of what life is like with and without a paid subscription. PlayStation 3.
But you're not allowed to not. It's not a benefit that you can choose for yourself. It would be like if Discord was a pay per month thing. But there are other alternatives to Discord that you could choose and use. You don't have to use Discord. For Xbox and Sony, if you want to play online, you have to pay them in order to play online.
The difference is though, like on Steam, you're connecting to if you're playing like The Division, you're connecting to Ubisoft servers. You're not connecting to Steam servers. You're connecting to Ubisoft servers. when you're playing, even if you're playing it off of Steam, if you're connecting to these other people's servers, like Steam's not running its own
but those
server
don't
farm.
charge you. Those don't charge you either, though.
What I'm saying though is that with PlayStation, there's either a PlayStation or Xbox, either one. There is something more that they do than just simply charge you to access another person's servers.
But again, it's not optional. If it was such a good service that it was worth what they were charging,
what I'm saying.
They wouldn't tie it up with. Okay.
Okay, because I guess I might be saying it where it's kind of hard to understand. What I'm saying is that it seems like that you are connecting and maybe playing on PlayStation servers. Like basically the game is running, like say on, like somehow the PlayStation servers and the game servers are tied together somehow on that. So therefore the reason why that they can't get by with like letting you have it be an optional charge is because even if it's optional, you're still accessing PlayStation's side of the servers because you're actually playing on those servers somehow. And the reason why I say that the reason why I feel like that it is like that is because we actually because of the mirror image. Like I think it's you that I actually spoke with this about. PlayStation 3 was free and optional, and PlayStation 4 isn't. PlayStation 3, it was like the shittiest fucking online experience you could possibly have. I think that's the reason why a single player experience has like rose in popularity, because nobody wanted to actually go online really to play with PlayStation on PlayStation Network whenever it was free. But now that you actually go to pay to play online, you're not getting booted off all the time. You're actually staying consistent with in your voice chat. Everything sounds good. Everything, like the quality is like completely like 10 times the difference. So obviously there's something more than just a gateway saying, I know you want to play on Ubisoft servers, but you got to pay me $60 first. There's more than that, obviously, because you have a mirror side by side of what an optional service looks like and what a forced service looks like. So that forced service is, I think, is because you're actually accessing PlayStation servers. You might not play the entire, like the whole brunt of the load might not be on PlayStation servers, but in some way, it's causing PlayStation to have to actually maintain something.
Again,
not like it is on Steam.
Other company, well, but okay, but like Origin, EA does that. It's all free. It's all through their servers.
Right, but that's all through their servers. If you were playing, if I was connecting straight to just EA and just EA servers, and it had nothing to do with PlayStation at all. Whenever I played Battlefield 1.
No. If EA can do it for all of its games for free with the same exact it's almost all the same exact services as you get through. The only thing you don't get is well, actually no, Origin even does give you free games. But if EA can do that, can run voice chat servers, game servers, friend servers, and all the same services that are offered through Sony and Microsoft for free, right, there is no reason that Sony and Microsoft couldn't do the same thing.
Okay, here's what I'm saying though, is look at EA's library on the PC compared to PlayStation 4 and Xbox full entire library.
But that just means they have more money from all the game sales.
But you're not connected. But what I'm saying is, like, EA can run their own. And if, like I said, if we knew for a fact, I mean, it all comes down to actually, we can't say it's worth it or not worth it unless we know for a fact, like, what it entails when you connect on the PSN to play a game, right, or on Xbox Live to play a game.
Okay,
we have no way of being able to objectively look at it.
But let's look at it objectively then. If you could access the internet for free with either your Xbox or your Sony, you could access Discord, you could access you could play the games online, all the same matchmaking stuff. Everything was the same. You just did not have access to the free games that either Sony or Microsoft gave you. and the specifically Sony and Microsoft friend services, would you pay $60 a year for that?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's my thing though, is there isn't the option. And I think if there wasn't the option, a lot less people would.
But that's the thing though, is this option is that we don't know how everything connects, because like you said, EA can handle it, but their workload is much smaller than PlayStation or Xbox. And
but again, it scales though, because Sony and Microsoft are getting a cut of every game they sell. So the more games that are on the library and the more people that are playing, that's more money that they're earning. So I mean, it's not like a small, like an Origin that only had 3 games. Yeah, obviously their costs are a lot smaller.
Okay, wait a minute. I can maybe agree with you if there was only digital sales, like there is on the PC. I mean, obviously we all know there's some physical copies, but there's too many avenues in the console side of things to where Sony and everybody's left completely out of money altogether. So I mean, like there might be say 60 million players playing online.
You mean with like used game sales and things like that?
And
there
could end up being 45 million of those people playing with a used copy, and that's like that's a huge cut for the amount of people. I think that used game sales is probably a huge factor in that the maybe even the charge.
It might be.
Because at that point, because that cuts into the amount of money they can actually make off the game sales, and so therefore they have to recoup that cost somehow to maintain whatever servers or whatever the hell they're maintaining. Because I don't know what they're maintaining, but they're obviously maintaining something. Because there is a huge difference between the quality of service between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
I see. I really don't think there is. I mean, I don't know.
Have you played on both?
I have, yeah.
Like for an extensive amount of time?
I mean, extended, not, I've never owned a console that I've had to do the PS Plus or Xbox Live.
Okay, so
but I have played quite a bit on. I used to play my buddy's Xbox 360 all the time and use their their services. I don't know. I didn't see a huge difference between. I mean, the one thing that's nice, and I will grant it, is that it's a unified service for everybody playing on the console. That is a wonderful thing. But I don't know. To me, it's not even close to worth it.
I think that before to say it's like a bad business decision, I think we'd have to figure out before we could determine if it was a bad business practice or not.
We need to know where the money's
what that
going.
business practice actually entails.
Well, to me, that's the secondary issue. The primary issue is that it's not optional. If it was optional, then I'd have no problem with it.
You have no idea if it can be optional.
Of course, like I said, of course it can. It had been done on the PS2, the original Xbox, and the PS3.
Well, let's put it this way: there was barely any online play with the original Xbox and the PS2. So when it comes to the Xbox 360, the Xbox 360 started out paying. The PlayStation 3 was completely free, and sure, they offered it, but barely anybody wanted to fucking go online because it didn't even have party chat or anything like that, and the server, like connecting to games and staying connected, sucked.
Yeah,
but again, there are other things than the paying for online though. There's like day one and on disc DLC. That's something that started with consoles and tried to migrate over to PC. I'd have to look it up to see. There's at least
Wait, did you say DLC started with consoles?
Day one DLC and on disc DLC.
I don't think it started with consoles. I think it started with just gaming. Okay.
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay,
on disc DLC.
So wait a minute. Okay, so on disc DLC started with consoles.
Yes.
Weird.
And I can't remember the game. I remember reading the article about it because it was a big deal. There was a huge thing about it in a bunch of gaming
Destiny did it.
Well, no, I think this was even like Xbox 360 was the first time it was.
And this game was not on the PC at all.
I don't know if the game is. See, I'd have
If the
to look
game
it
is
up.
on, if the game is on PC, then it doesn't really the whole DLC on the disc doesn't equate to starting on consoles because it would be on all 3 platforms.
I'm pretty sure it was a console exclusive game.
I'd have to.
I'm 99.9% sure.
If
And
you
there's
can
a
get
there's
that,
a couple things like that. I'll have to look it up and save it for next time.
Well, yeah, or definitely just hit me up with it because I'd like to definitely to read that because I.
But I mean, this is what we were talking about the other day, and it's one of the benefits and consequences of console gaming becoming so mainstream. And one of the benefits is that there's a lot more gamers, and there's a lot less stigma around gaming, and a lot more people are gaming. There's a lot more money in gaming, which means hopefully that there will be more and better, and then more and better, and so on and so forth. Games. But one of the bad things is that, I mean, consoles marketed themselves as a more casual, you didn't have to be an expert in PC or know a whole lot to do it, which means that there's a lot more casuals playing on consoles.
Right.
And one of the things about casuals is they don't care about gaming as a hobby or as an interest as much as a hardcore person would. And so things can, like $60 games. People are the console gamers are often.
I have no problem with $60 games.
But that's the thing. Like, it's a lot of PC gamers. They won't even touch it unless it's on sale on the Steam.
And that's just what makes me question because you'll spend $1,800 to build a thing to game on, but then they're like, oh fuck that, man, that shit's got to come down like $20-$30 before I buy that game.
Well, it depends on the game. I was willing to pay $60 for Prey, but I'm not going to pay $35 or $60 for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. No freaking way.
How dare you, sir? Call of Duty is life.
Okay, but that's the thing. That's the thing, though, is like you can that's the reason why they don't just make Call of Duty and Prey. They make all these different games, but $60 for Call of Duty is worth it to the people who like Call of Duty. That's not a bad thing. Oh, I'm not triggered, Omega.
We're just having a lively conversation.
Yeah, like that. It always just confuses me how, like, there's,
man, you guys keep going. I'm soaking my feet, playing a game, and listening to this. Keep going.
I can give you another example too. Was it Skyrim or was it Oblivion, where the developers specifically said that they had to cut out a lot of the game that they wanted to do because the current generation of consoles couldn't handle it, and they had to keep it equal between PC and the 2 consoles.
That sounds
so
like
you do realize if consoles didn't exist, they would still have to do that for the lowest common denominator on PCs as well.
No, they don't.
Oh no!
Yes, they do because they would have to. Wait a minute. Okay. Let me finish my thing.
All right.
Because if consoles didn't exist, they wouldn't have any. The only people if you look at say any game, and you compare the number of people that buy a game on console compared to the same game, the number of people that buy it on PC, very, very one-sided, lopsided. Correct? That consoles buy the majority of the games. These games that are on both.
Not really. It depends on the game.
No, it depends on the game.
Yeah, it depends.
It depends on the game.
I would say that would be the exception to the rule because I can guarantee you almost every mainstream game that comes out from Activision, Bethesda, and all these things, they end up selling more on consoles than they do on PC. There might be one off here and there, but that doesn't mean that'd be the exception to the rule, not the rule.
I think it's like 50-50. I think there's a lot of games like Call of Duty where yes, they'll sell almost every Xbox or PlayStation.
Grand Theft Auto, Battlefield 1.
Okay, so let's
Witcher 3.
So let's put it this way. Rambo. Let's put it this way. the most forgiving platform can sell the most of whatever that game titles are going to be, like you were just now mentioning, The Witcher. But the flip coin, the most forgiving platform is console, right? So we could sit there and say games could sell a lot more on the most forgiving platform because why? PC guys don't really, they don't really like tolerating that bullshit. They're some of the loudest people in the gaming industry. So to sit there and say that also, I mean, if that was the case, then how come XCOM didn't do so well? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying as a generalized thing when you generalize.
I said there might be a one-off, but those are going to be the exceptions to the rule. Like I guarantee you the majority of the games that come out sell more on consoles than they do on PC.
So explain this to me though. How in the hell are they going to be able to downgrade a game to work on other platforms if, in fact, the user himself can already lower the restrictions of the game to make it run on a lower end spectrum?
What I'm saying is if you take consoles away completely, then they've got to recoup all that cost. So they're not going to make it for right now. Whenever they make it for consoles and then they make it for do the consoles and PCs, they leave out a bunch of PCs later because they're like, okay, well, we're just not making it for that because that's way too low of stats. But then they don't sell that many on PC. So if you took consoles completely out of the way, they're going to have to recoup those costs. So that means they're going to have to broaden their spectrum on the PC in order to make it available to more gamers.
You think that's how it would work if we took out consoles?
Well, it would probably work. It would probably work somewhat like that. Yes.
They would have to widen their customer base.
But I don't think you would, because within individual generations of PC hardware, there's not nearly as much of a difference as there is between console generations.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that, but I'm not talking about the higher end because
I know.
Good for a while.
I know, but I mean, they could make. I don't think they would have to widen it as much as you might think.
Well, maybe not. I mean, but still, they would still have to widen it, and that lowest common denominator would then be the de facto starting point for these companies.
I think
no matter what, I mean, it might not be
would be a lot higher than
maybe. We have no idea where it goes.
That's my opinion.
We have no way to know how wide of a net they would have to cast, but they would definitely have to widen that net because they would have to, if they're going to make the same level of games that they have, they would have to open it up to a bigger consumer base because they've just lost a huge consumer base.
Well, let me put it to you this way, and this is the reason why I'm having a little trouble with what you're trying to say here. All right, so in order to lower down a game is what? Think about that. It's more resources, right? Like you would actually have to literally go into a finished product and lower it down, right? To break it down.
No, we're not talking about going back and fixing these other games. We're talking about if after this year there was no more games releasing on console, and we knew this. Oh,
I thought this was in the absence of PC in general, like a PC never.
No, the absence of console.
No. This is absence. This is of absence. Yeah, but we're talking about if right now if consoles when the start of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, they said at the end of 2017. Consoles will cease to exist. We're all moving to PC.
Right.
Well, then at that point, all these games that are coming out in 2018, they would have already started building their game for the PC, but they would have already known that they were going to be losing 80 million people to sell a game to. That usually generally buy a majority of their games, that actually end up buying the bulk of their consumer base.
Yeah.
Is going to be null and void. So then if they move to PC. They can't stick with the same consumer base that they had on PC, where they stopped at a cutoff point to support, because they have the bulk of their sales to cover on consoles, where they were missing out on the lower end PCs. They would have to cast that net wider, so that way they could end up inviting more customers on the PC side in to recoup what they lost on the consoles.
So again, like, okay, so what I'm about to say will still stipulate as to what I was trying to paint the picture as. So that's even more of a reason for me to say what I'm about to say. All right, so market value to PC generations is a huge thing in retail. Okay, so the retail space has to cater to the bare minimum. The bare minimum being the x86 right now. They're slowly being phased out to the X99, right? So the X99 is going to be the bare minimum soon. So pretty soon you're going to see Walmart and all these retailers like Target start selling PCs at that same $500 mark with slightly better hardware, correct? And let's face it, Rambo, not everybody builds their own PC, am I correct? Like, especially if we were to say that there's, especially now that you said such consoles are going to be, I mean,
right, but
you use it as an example. Just that's what I'm saying, but
right.
So again, you were just saying that this is a what if situation. So I'm trying to fill that space. So the generalized market retail space would actually cater to that. There'll be fewer people that own a 5350 from AMD than there will be people that own anything that's above the x86 market and 99. So more than likely, there'll be more people that own an R9 270X than a 5350, just like there's going to be more people in the next 5 to 10 years that are going to be owning more of the 1080 Ti's of the world than they will my card. You know what I mean? Because over time, it's going to phase out. But
here's the thing, though, because... Okay, right. Go ahead. If you're not done.
No, yeah. So my thing is if they're gonna widen their spectrum, I would have to imagine the spectrum would have to be set to a market standard in a retail space. That's pretty much what I was getting at.
I don't think I don't think so, and here's the reason why I would say that is because what we just said about who's the majority that buys consoles.
Right.
Casuals.
Yeah.
So the casual gamer, I mean, they're already looking at a $500 console. It's like, my God, fuck that. I'm going to go get the $250, $200 console.
Right.
If they went to go over to PC, and you're talking about, they would have to start buying a PC in say 2018 PC. A pre-built one's going to be very fucking costly. Mm-hmm. Like they're not going to buy that, so they're going to go out and look for the cheapest fucking PC they can buy, and that's going to be because they're casuals.
Well, that's going to be like
what
the
can I do to
brand shit, and super
so
cheap.
It would end up being. I mean, I obviously we're just speculating here because we have no idea, but my thought is that net would be cast wider on the lower end as well, because they would have to gather interest from gamers that they've never been able to gather interest from.
Right.
I will put out one thing, and this is kind of anecdotal, but I have been able to keep a computer running and playing games for 10 years at a time, 3 times. I've built 3 PCs for myself. One was when I was 13, one was when I was 22, and I just redid this one this year. So just about 10 years in between each one. Yeah. And I was able to play the latest game, not on high settings or anything, but I was able to play them perfectly fine for, all the way through that 10 years.
Yeah.
Which, right. For consoles, that's why I say that I think the even if they were widening their net, it would still be a higher average or whatever.
But I mean, okay, but it might be a higher average than what consoles are. I don't know. I mean, but here's the reason why the anecdotal to yours is that you're a PC gamer. You kind of know about it. We're talking about people that have problems swapping out a fucking hard drive.
No, but if they had bought a pre-built, I mean, as long as it was a decent pre-built, they should be able to keep that for 6 to 8 years.
But what I'm saying is, though, they're going out and they're not going to be buying a decent pre-built. They're going to be the casuals that go out and look for the cheapest fucking pre-built that you can find. So I mean, that's going to be the majority of the market of the PC gaming market is going to be lower end PCs because the casuals are what rules the market. And the casuals will go out and they're not going to spend the $1,000, $800, or anything like that. They're going to spend as little as they possibly fucking can to play, whether it be a fucking laptop or whether it be a damn desk. but they're going to spend it the less possible to play because they're going to play just a very few games. And that's the downside of having everybody on one like everybody on just one specific platform, because the casuals are what would end up killing the benefits of PC gaming. It's a good thing that the casuals are on a set hardware rather than the ability to go out and pick up a $200 fucking PC. And
well, see, that's the thing. If they're perfectly fine with buying a $500 or $600 console, then why wouldn't they be fine with buying a $500 PC?
They're not, though, is what I'm saying. They're not. Like they didn't run out, and but like the casuals are still stuck on what's it called, Xbox 360 and PS3 until Xbox and PlayStation started lowering their prices. Like Xbox and PlayStation lowered the price of the Xbox One and the PS4, the base one, faster than they've ever lowered a fucking price of a console ever before. And that's whenever like PlayStation sales numbers took off, because like the thing actually hit a price point that made the casuals go, okay, I can do it. I'll do it. That's the thing, is like because casuals are the ones, they're not. That's the reason why everybody thinks that like the Xbox One X is going to be some miraculous lifesaver, but casuals don't give a shit about that.
Casuals aren't going to be buying it. Yeah, that's
Yeah, and they're not going to run out and buy a $500 PC, which I agree that they should, and they should have no problem. But the thing is, though, is that you to try to educate these gamers, those gamers, on whenever they transition up from 2017 to 2018 to PC. Do you realize how much work that would be? Because these people are fucking clueless when it comes to anything. Like I said, I seriously had to walk this guy through swapping out his hard drive on a PS4, which is the easiest fucking thing to do. It's 4 fucking screws and you're done.
Yeah.
And he's still like, I've walked many of people through it. I've never had a problem. I've replaced, I think, like 10 of them on my own in my own house, and he still couldn't get it. He shipped the damn console back and was bitching about Sony, saying Sony fucked him.
That's funny.
He's the one who fucked it up. We're talking about these people moving over to PC. You are not going to be able to like talk like you're talking to me and talk to them and have them understand they need to buy at least a $500 PC.
Hey,
it's not going to happen.
Rambo, for the sake of whatever, can we just say we would be better off without these kind of people? I'm just the way you just described. The way you just
100% on board with that.
The way you just described it, if that was really a general census as to how they think and believe, I would rather not have them game on anything that I'm gaming on.
I 100% agree, and this is honest. This honestly actually happened in that form.
Yeah, I could do without.
So when that guy blocked me because I called him a fucking idiot, I was like, thank God, because now I don't have to see him or hear from him again, because like I just he doesn't game on PS4 anymore, which I'm good with that, because like
Brem, are you advocating a final solution?
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
That would be nice, because he was the one that said in Horizon Zero Dawn that, because he played it on, I guess, before he swapped out his hard drive, he played Horizon Zero Dawn, and he said that they need to add lock-in aiming, because that's standard on games anymore. There's no reason why a game should not have lock-on aiming.
Oh, wait, is this a dude that you went back and forth with on Twitter? Like, I think I saw something about that. Are you fucking... Get that guy out of it. Get these cats... Nope, I'm done.
So these are the
go back to Plants vs. Zombies, and I'm not talking about the shooter either. Go...
These are the casuals that would be moving over to PC, and you're going to try to explain to them they need at least spend $500.
Fair enough. My counter to that, though, would be games like Crysis. Because it is entirely possible to create a game that can play on the lowest of the low PC, and yet still have graphical capabilities that can stump hardware for a decade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the companies would have to completely change their whole tactic.
Probably would, yeah.
Because there's a reason why both of these platforms are still around. Because I couldn't even imagine these people on PC. Like whenever they start talking about PC gaming and especially whenever he was like this guy, the same guy was talking about how much the X is going to do and all that. I'm like, dude, you can't even fucking change a fucking HDD. Like, there's no way that you know what the fuck these specs even mean. Like, just shut up, because they're fucking idiots. Casuals are fucking idiots. Like,
Yes,
and
yes,
I'm not.
they are.
I'm not saying. I mean, when it comes to that, like that, I'm not saying.
But I will say this.
Hashtag not all.
Hashtag not
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
'Cause we gotta say that now.
I was gonna say, dude. I was gonna say, like, I know some casuals that that have literally like moved away from being a casual. So like, I know not all of them, but Jesus Christ, the ones that are refusing to accept technology for what it is. Go, just stay off my platforms, please. Like, and that's on everything. That's everything. I own a Wii U, I own a PS4, an Xbox, and 2 gaming PCs. Stay the fuck off of gaming, please. Stick to your cell phones.
Stick to fucking mobile gaming. Like, that seems to be more your key. Like, you didn't get to worry about shit.
Games pretty well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And if they do anything better
please get the
hardware,
iPhone. And please get the iPhone whenever you do it, because like the Samsung is too confusing for you.
Too complicated.
And
yeah,
before
I
I
was
get
say,
some
if they knew more about hardware, I'd tell them to get a PS4 controller and you can hook it up and
oh dear
use
God,
it.
no! Like
But
that.
no, yeah, they can't even do that.
I was
I
gonna
would
say,
not want to walk this guy through that.
And before I get some jackass in the comment section saying, what dictates a casual versus a mainstream and versus a hardcore, look, I look at it this way: if you know your shit and you game casually, you game casually. I'm not making fun of you. We're not making fun of you. But if you're one of these guys who don't know shit about technology and you come up to any one of us on Twitter and you expect us to have all the answers for you and we try to help you and you still decide to be a dickhead, that's the kind of casual I'm talking about. That's the kind of casual I don't need around in the gaming community. Yeah.
I have no patience or no time for you. Those type of people. I don't give a shit how much you game.
People say console peasant, and that's who they mean.
Yep.
Yeah, I
exactly.
do not give a shit. I do not give a shit when it comes to like how much time you play a game or how much. But I don't give a shit like that. You could play one game for an hour a month, and I don't give a shit. It's just that in these specific instances, you can't game for an hour a month, and then come and tell like me that a game should have this and a game should have that, and this is standard for games. Like, you can't do that because like you don't have enough experience in games to know what's standard if you're barely ever playing. And then whenever I try to help you with something and then you get mad at me because you can't understand it, you don't need to be in gaming. Like, you need to stick with like mobile gaming or solitaire on the computer.
So casual gamers for us, I would say, is tech support's worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah, that's who I consider casual gamers.
It's like, excuse me, sir, but I turned my computer on and it's got this password screen. I don't remember setting a password. Can I fix this? Like, oh God, please.
Is your computer running Windows? No, my computer's in the basement. There ain't no windows in the basement.
Yeah. Those people are the ones that I don't. You could actually game 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, and only sleep for 4, and still be considered a casual in my mind. Because you could still be that stupid idiot that has
all
no
they know
idea.
how to do
you
is
just
put the disc in and
yeah, you're
move
just
the
like
controller. Yeah.
You actually had it if you bought your PS4 and you had to read the instructions on where the disc goes. You're the type of people that I don't need on.
It's not hard, people. My 8-year-old daughter knows how to reset my router. So, I mean, if you guys can't do this shit, then just...
No. Even better than this, Shane. His newborn could power on and power off his computer with no issues.
She does all the time to fuck with me. I'm not
Shit.
So,
crawl under your legs and hit the button just to piss you off.
She does. Yesterday, she even did it in style. She rode her toy zebra to my PC and turned it off in the middle of a Skype call. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Bro.
She brought out the cavalry on your ass.
Yeah.
Bro, like, so, you know what? Let's just say it's not really so much a casual gamer as it is just a casual lifer. There you go. How about that? Casual lifer.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
That embodies everything. Because how many people do you know, if you've ever worked retail, that come up to you with some of the dumbest fucking questions, and you're looking at them like, really? Like it literally says it right there on the box, and you still ask the question like, did you graduate by any chance? Where was your schooling done? Was it online?
Oh, me and Rambo were talking about this the other day. Like you work retail enough, and you stop saying there can't be anybody stupider than this guy right here.
Yep.
It's true.
You just know every day. The next day,
world-
somebody will come in and prove your ass wrong.
The world's like, hold my beer.
Yep.
It's like, you know what? Today, I'm proving you wrong, good sir. You mouth breather, go over there and annoy him.
You thought that guy yesterday trying
yes.
to charge his phone with his tongue was bad? No, wait till today.
Jesus Christ. Because I remember when I worked when I worked in the casinos, right? I thought I saw everything. Because in the casinos, you've got these people that are disgusting, evil, angry.
Scum of the earth.
Dude, they are, bro. They are the worst motherfuckers known to man, okay? Casino people, don't ever, if you have a family member that, like, goes to a casino, like, once a week, just fucking do them the favor and kill them now. Because that's what's... I'm serious. That's what's going to happen. They're going to die of cancer because the air ventilation is so bad in some of these casinos that you're inhaling about 4 or 5 cartons of cigarettes at once. So...
Every breath.
Every breath.
Yup.
Every breath. So
Even when you fart.
So check the, yeah, right. So check this out. So when I was in slots, when I used to work slots at this casino, we had a pipe burst. One of our water mains on the second floor bursted. So you had all this water coming down on people, dude. Like the power supply of these slot machines are on the bottom of the fucking machine.
Oh shit.
So imagine what a full thing of water can do if you're standing right there and you're stupid to not lift your feet, or better
Especially
yet, just leave.
A bunch of them.
Exactly. So we try to get these people up. We're like, hey, you need to move. The ceiling's coming down on you, and they're like, oh, I'm in the middle of a bonus. Fuck your bonus. Get up now, or you're gonna get zapped and possibly killed.
Here's
Like,
$20. Leave.
That's what we did. We cashed them out because the server went down. So we actually had to go real quick, write up a bunch of jackpots, and hand pay them their cash, and that's what we did. And these motherfuckers, bro, had ceiling fragments hitting them on their head. They were being pounded in the face with literal fucking concrete. Like one guy got knocked out. I mean, dude, like these people are idiots, dude. They're fucking stupid.
See.
I've seen somebody at bingo have a seizure and stay inside their seat playing bingo while they're having the seizure.
Holy shit.
God.
Like when the ambulance came and they were actually waiting at his table waiting for him to get done.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, dude, like, why don't you quit calling and like just make this motherfucker go? Like just
Hit him with the paddles or something.
But then,
these people are fucking idiots, man.
Just to prove Brimstone wrong, that stupider people exist. The next day, people are like, "Fuck it, I'm swimming to blackjack. You don't even know."
Yo,
Wading in the water.
Yo, ain't that some shit to have a casino on the river, to have your second floor of your casino literally turn into a river? Like, yo, what's a river on a river? You know what I mean?
Shit.
This is the second story river. That's all it is.
Dude, like, and these,
waterfall. It's ambiance.
And there's one thing that was considered normal. You're not gonna believe this. In the casino business, this is considered normal. People shitting and pissing themselves at any seat that they're at.
Oh yeah.
And porters will just go over there like it's another day in the park. And that shit is so disgusting to me. That these oh my God, dude. Like
they won't get up to leave their machine.
So anytime we go to a casino, like if I was to go to like especially like the old one I worked at, like I never sit down. I literally never sit down because every single seat during the almost 10 years that I was there had either been shit in or pissed on more than once in the entire casino. I mean, it's that common, dude. It's disgusting. It's just a normal thing for them. They've literally normalized it, dude.
Well, I know which casino that is, and I will not gamble there.
It's probably every casino there.
It's every casino, yeah. I don't sit down.
These people, if they're not gonna get up whenever the roof's caving in on them or they're having a seizure, they're not getting up when they got a shit.
Oh, I don't really gamble anyway, so fuck it.
I worked auto retail for a long time, and man, you get some fucking morons
You don't
coming
even
through
know.
there.
I worked the mecca of retard retail, Walmart.
Yeah,
The
my wife
mecca of
worked,
retard retail.
yeah, my wife worked Walmart, and when she had to work a couple of late nights or whatever, and man, like that's whenever the stories come in, like because as soon as like it turns dark, Walmart turns into like the state fair.
For real, I have seen a tweaker try to return a broom inside a vacuum box because like she wanted the money back for the vacuum. And the shit part is, I didn't work the return desk, and she ended up getting half of the money back.
I was gonna say, I bet she actually got it through too.
Oh my god. So I told you, have I told you guys about my first week at the business that I work at, where this customer returned an empty bottle of grass feed because he said it wasn't growing, and he bought it the day prior, even though the bottle says
Shit.
allow 7 to 30 days to fucking grow. Bro, when my boss said go ahead, I about killed myself. Are you kidding me? I'm like, this is not the world we live in, right? We can just, I can literally just kill myself, and I'd wake up in another world tomorrow, right? That's how this works. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, when I worked at AutoZone, for some reason, our district manager, he had a real hard-on for customer complaints. So it basically became return anything for any reason, because they would just threaten to call either district or corporate or whatever, and he would just say, just return it. So we just stopped caring. And so we get all this, people would use our parts to test to see whether theirs was wrong. And then when it wasn't that part, they'd put it back and bring it back and return it and shit like that. Ugh.
Man, I think tomorrow I'm going to take back my cube of Mountain Dew and say it didn't hydrate me. I mean,
Yo, you know what though? Some of those girls.
What?
Like the returns desk at Walmart is like unreal. It just all depends on who you get though.
So
Because there's some people that will challenge your return.
what I will say is this: like, not all WalMarts are the same. It's just the majority of them are.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's another Walmart, and this is a funny story because I think I told Shane about this. So a new Walmart opened up down in this town called Fort Mojave, right? It's a little out in the sticks, boony type town in Arizona, and they had a hard time filling spots there for the entire 2 months that they were stocking the store, because nobody out there could actually pass a drug test. But so that's one thing. The second thing is, it's a hell of a lot nicer than our old Walmart that's up here right now. Like, the staff there seem to be happy. These guys actually seem to like care about their job. Their produce section, oh my god, is the best produce section I've ever seen.
Give it time.
Give it time. Yeah, I know. We're in the. I guess we're in the what you call it, the honeymoons phases of this thing. But I really hope they keep up with it, because Lake Havasu has probably got one of the best Walmarts I've ever seen. It's very community driven. People actually care about their local pride stuff out there, so they actually have sales based on the area that you're from in Arizona. So if you're from like Lake Havasu, they'll give you like 25% off of whatever your purchases are. They do shit like that because of that local pride thing. So I'm hoping they carry that sort of thing over to this one, because this one's actually set up nicer. People seem to care. The produce section looks amazing. I mean, they have even more stuff in stock than the Walmart that's closer to me. Like, there's actual better brands for TVs that are available out there that's not available here, which I'd never understood that. So I'm like, why the fuck aren't we getting these high-end LGs and Samsungs over here? Like, we don't have any of that shit
People are
over
too
here.
broke.
I don't know when's the last time you were at the older Walmart, but I was just there last night, and I was one of 3 customers inside that bitch. And I'll trade all the nice shit at the other one for peaceful shopping at Walmart at the old one.
Yeah, right. I understand that. It's a ghost town now.
Nice.
Walmart's so fucking crazy that they've been sued because there've been people that would go to work and then try to work their whole shift and never take a break. And then somebody did that, I guess, and sued them. So, like, when you get trained there, like, your most important thing that they do is, like, you have to take your breaks. no excuses. You'll get written up if you go certain amount of hours without taking a break.
Oh shit, Techman, are you a fellow? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rambo. But Techman said something in the chat that I thought was interesting. He said, dude, that Lake Havasu Walmart is golden. Are you out here, bro? Like, are you out here by me?
I believe he's in Phoenix.
Oh shit. Sorry, Rambo. Continue.
Oh no, they get so caught up on their breaks that we were in there one night. If you ever go to Walmart late at night, you know that the number of, like, first of all, they have like 31 cash registers in the daytime, but only like 5 of them running. Well, at nighttime it gets worse. They have 1. And we were, I mean, the line was like from the front all the way back into like the middle of the grocery area. It was like one long ass line, and I had been waiting this line forever. And I finally got where I could see the cashier, and she just turned her light off and walked off. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I got to take a break. I'm like, "No, the fuck you don't. Like, you get it. Like, fuck you. Get fired. I don't give a shit. But you ain't walking out and we have to wait for your 15 minutes for us to sit here in this long ass line. No."
Later, Ogre. You have a good one. Thanks for coming by, bro.
Yeah, Ogre. Even though you didn't say bye to me, but fuck you, okay? Just kidding.
Right.
It's because Rambo's an old man. He's easily, missed.
Yeah, so Shane, whenever we get a chance to go, like, fucking perusing, who knows? Maybe we'll go tomorrow if you don't have all the kids. Well, I'll take you down to Lake Havasu tomorrow, dude. That shit is nice. Like, Lake Havasu actually in general is a pretty nice area. It's not too shabby. I'm off tomorrow, so we could probably go do whatever. Shit, I'll come over. We could snuggle. Bro to bro.
Go through Sandra's underwear drawer.
I'll put them bitches on. I don't give a fuck. I'll chase you around your apartment like a raptor. That's good.
Techman says he's kind of in the air. He's like an hour away from.
So you're like an hour away from Havasu? So are you in my neck of the woods, bro? Like, are you in like Bullhead or Fort Mojave and Mojave? Or even Wallapies and Kingman?
Kingman, yeah.
Because if you're out here, dude, like, I would fucking hang with you, dude. It's very rare that I get to see people on YouTube that are from my neck of the woods. Like, almost nobody out here does social media. And
Brem did start vaping.
Bro, what are you talking about vaping, bro? I don't know what you're talking
Darth
about.
Brem. Sitting here.
I wasn't.
Wow, go get. I see how this, bro.
Fuck you too, go get.
And here I thought I had your back, go get. Jeez.
The conversation we were having on Twitter, like right before the podcast.
Yeah.
Shit, all of a sudden, like, hiccups happen.
Yep, Kingman.
Oh shit, son.
Y'all go ahead and talk. I gotta get rid of these hiccups.
All right, cool. Yeah, you're like literally like, so you're 20 miles away from me, bro. Like, I'd totally hang with you.
Yeah,
Fuck
like
yeah.
what, less than that for me, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's like you, because you live in Nevada and I live in the small town in Arizona. I mean, yeah, you're up the street. You're practically up the street from me, bro. That's what, 45 minutes, I think. Unless you're on the outskirts of Kingman, then that's like an hour, yeah.
I still have to make my way to Kingman. I hear it's nice.
Yeah, dude. Like seriously, Tech. Like, we should possibly, I don't know, do lunch up there in somewhere public, so that way it's not awkward for a lot of people. I know some people don't like to meet their YouTubers in areas. So like, we could like just set up, like, go to the Dam Bar or something and have lunch or some shit.
He's really asking you if you'll go to the Lake Havasu with him. And y'all gonna have like a picnic and shit.
Hell yeah, bro! You want to have a picnic? Yo, Tech, man. You know that train? We could have a picnic, a bro-nick. You want to do a bro-nick?
A bro-nick.
That's right, Afterlife. I am a friendly guy and extra. Except I make my niggas pay for hand jobs. I mean, I'm not free. I'm not a free whore.
Excuse me, it's a bro job.
A bro job? Sound like an Asian chick giving head.
Oh, what do they call it? What do they call it in Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
Oh,
where
fuck.
he's
Double
just
Dutch
moving
rudder?
the arm, Dutch rudder, yeah, and then you get the double Dutch rudder.
Brim Denny Dion. Yo, you know what? My audience is sexy, all right? You guys are sexy.
That's a bold statement to say.
Sounds like someone was taking a toke. Yeah, son.
I'm about to. It's legal out here, yo.
What, are you in Colorado?
California.
Sacramento.
Oh,
We
that's
just
right.
legalized it like this year.
Ah, bro laps.
then
That's gross.
They also passed background checks for buying ammunition, so fuck. Isn't that the most ludicrous shit you've ever heard of?
Bro, weed's legal. They're like, but our ammunition restrictions are even tighter. Oh, well, we got weed. That's what they're hoping for, dude.
See, you got to get away from there because you can come out here and smoke weed and buy guns, ammo. It doesn't matter.
I know, but the weather would fucking kill me. Dude,
All at the
70
same
degrees
time.
is freezing. So if I moved anywhere, it'd have to be like South Texas.
Bro, just come out to Arizona by us. We could all live together in a big old house together. Like
One big happy family.
Like Polly Pocket. I mean,
It'd
we
be
got-
like
It'd be like a big YouTuber's house.
Yo, it's getting to that point though.
What was that sitcom with Bob Saget?
Full House.
Full House, yeah, it'd be like Full House.
We could be Fuller House. You know, why not? Let's do this.
Weren't they gonna do a sequel like Fuller House or something?
Yeah,
that
they
were
had
gonna,
it,
like,
yeah.
reboot it.
Netflix.
Oh
It's on
man,
Netflix.
wow.
There's 2 goddamn seasons of it on Netflix. My daughters watch it all the time. So,
So
yeah.
does
my
he.
God.
Don't let him fool you. So does he.
Is it as bad as it sounds?
Have you seen Stephanie in Fuller House? You would
I
watch it all
have
the time too if you see it. Okay then.
Yo, Tech Man, I'm gonna pull you up. He's in the chat. I gotta find out what this guy thinks of the area. What up, Tech? Tech, you there? I unmuted you so you can talk when you want. He's probably like, fuck, I wasn't expecting to talk.
Doesn't even have a mic.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
See, exactly, Heckwan. Steph got some big old titties. Yes, she does.
She got
Tiggle
them tiggle
bitties?
bitties? Yeah.
Tiggle bitties.
See, like does he have a mic or no? Let's see. Tech, you got a mic or are you AFK at the moment? And I just pulled you up when you didn't expect it. Because I'm an asshole.
He is an asshole.
I am an asshole, yeah. I got my days. Bro, like, so what do you think so far, Shane, of this area? Like, I know the heat's been, like, hell for you.
Yes and no. I mean, it has its days. But as far as the area, the only thing I don't like, and this is, I guess the thing I don't like the most, but you're going to find this everywhere, that's why it really doesn't bother me, is the fucking junkies, dude. Like,
yeah, the junkies are pretty
they
bad here.
have fucked it up for people that actually need medication or, are just genuinely decent people.
They've done that
Everywhere,
for
though.
California too, yeah.
That's here. Like I had to take I went to my pharmacy to get my prescription filled the other day, and they were like, "Well, we have one medication, but we're out of the other one." They looked at the computer, and I mean, he already had looked it up and everything before he came to the one. He's like, "The store on 89th and 89th and Western has it. You can head out there right now and get it filled there." And I was like, "All right, cool." Like I said, are they gonna have a problem? Because I said this one of the big reasons why I switched to y'all from Walgreens is because once I took it to another Walgreens, they threatened to keep my prescription if I didn't give them all my medical information.
Shit.
And he's like, I'm a pharmacist. He said, I didn't get into this to be a police officer. So he said, they shouldn't do it. You shouldn't have a problem. So we drove all the way out to the new Walmart, and we handed her the prescription. And this guy said that my pills were like 120 pills. The guy said that she had like over 400 pills. And we handed it to her. She's like, we actually told her, we came from the store on 44th and Western. They told us to come over here because you had the medication they didn't, and that we could get it filled. It's like, so have you filled with the CVS before? Like, no, like we just told you that for the fun of it. But like, yeah, but we have. And she was like, you can look at the computer and see me. I get it filled every month. And she's like, okay. So she's like, she had this look on her face. She shut the door, and she came back. She goes, we don't have it. And then just shut the door on me. Well, come to find out, she actually did have it. She just didn't want to fill it because she thought I was pharmacy hopping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're a dumb fuck. Like, I just told you it wasn't even written on because of the fact that the guy told me, it's like you get treated like you're some sort of second-class citizen whenever you're just a normal person. Like, I have medication left over every month because I don't take it all.
Yeah, but like the people out here are like really bad.
Sorry, Tech Man, I pulled you into the chat, bro. You're here.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
What's up, dude?
To, mute the stream if you're watching it.
Yeah.
Or just pause it.
That works too.
But yeah, no, this area is great. Like the people, like today I got stuck in the desert, right? Like actually my van sank in sand because my wife tried to turn around on a soft shoulder. And there was so many people wanting and willing to help so fast. And where I come from in Northern California, people would have just drove by and laughed, or
You mean the in California where they claim on social media they're out for the little guy, they really want to help everybody and have equal rights and all that stuff?
Yeah, my ass.
They drive right by you?
Dude, in California, I've had a dead battery in 20-something degree weather with my kids in the car in broad daylight, and people drove by. Some of them even pointed.
Shit.
Good old California.
Yep.
Yeah, here in Oklahoma, we stop and help people.
Yep, I've stopped in.
I try to.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not running late for shit, I'll do it. Like, I mean, I've stopped and helped my friend pull his truck out of the center, the center lane and shit. So, I mean, that's kind of like how it is out here. So,
if we have my kids in the car, my wife won't let me unless we have her. I'm carrying at the time.
Right.
But other than that, then we just stop.
God, I need to get my carry permit. I know.
Okay, but now that I got my now that I got my hiccups out of the way, the conversation we were having on Twitter before I came in here was there's these two guys on Twitter that if I say anything about Xbox, they're like immediately jumped in my mentions and like defending Xbox and say that you can't just talk about Xbox fanboys if you're not going to talk about all of them. And I'm like, whatever, like I don't see you ever, because they fought these same people follow Crap Gamer and Mooch and Tim Dog and Dealer Gaming, and I'm like, I've never seen you jump into their tweets and start saying you can't be talking about PlayStation fanboys if you don't talk about all of them. They never have this sort of thing. You can't talk about Xbox unless you talk about everybody.
Yeah.
So Dealer, like, ever since Cliffy B announced Lawbreakers was coming to PS4 first.
Yeah.
Every time this man tweets out a Lawbreakers open beta, starting on PlayStation 4 and PC this date, anything that he tweets about Lawbreakers, you have his every reply being about you're a fucking traitor, we made you and you disowned us, fuck your game, fuck you, you probably have sex and call out your own name, you stupid bitch, and
damn,
all these things. The Dealer Gaming quoted his tweet and said, have you paid attention to the beta numbers? They're terrible. Nobody wants your fucking game on it, no matter what fucking platform you have it on. And I quoted the tweet and said, this is why, and I said, this is why Xbox fanboys cannot figure out why that they're the most laughable stock of the social media. Like, y'all treat people like shit and then wonder why y'all get shitted on. And they were all like, well, what about Rag sitting in a a podcast talking about Anita Sarkeesian. What do you think about that? And I was like, that's fair. I don't care. And they're like, well, you got to call that out. I'm like, no, I don't. I was like, because I didn't watch this fucking podcast. Like, he's like, well, if you're gonna call it out where you see it, then you need to call that. I'm like, well, that would imply that I saw it.
Hey guys,
Like,
cancer's a terrible fucking disease. Well, what about AIDS, you heartless asshole? Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Like,
that's exactly like the people where, you know, you post up a story about like some rape or something. It's like, well, what about Brock Turner? You didn't call out Brock Turner when he was doing this thing and blah blah blah. It's like, dude, really? Like, if you say one thing about something, you've got to say something about everything about that. Come on.
Yeah, I'm like going. Do you realize I was like 140 characters? I would have a string of tweets for 2 days, like trying to call out every single fucking injustice that happened on social media everywhere. I'm like y'all are, just face it, Xbox fan. They were like, you can't paint Xbox fanboys in as a general brush. I'm like, yes, I can, because every Xbox fanboy or every fanboy in general, but the Xbox ones are the ones that are bold enough to do this shit right out in public. I said, y'all they're fucking idiots. Like, I can call them out. Like, well, there's different levels of being a fanboy. I'm like, no, there's not. There's just not. There's a fan and there's a fanboy. Like, once you cross over to the fanboy, then you're all the same. You're all just fucking idiots.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ted,
It's just.
what do you
But
think?
this guy was trying to make make me feel like I'm supposed to feel bad for Anita Sarkeesian being talked about. And I'm like, I could wake up. I told him, I was like, I can wake up tomorrow and I could find out Anita Sarkeesian had died, and I just still going about my day. I don't give a shit about that woman. I don't care if somebody talks about her. Fuck her.
Only to
Like,
make
well,
fun of
they
her.
like, but she doesn't deserve it. And I was like, yeah, she does. She's
Yeah,
a fucking
she really
crook.
does.
She is a crook. And they were like, well, you don't consider 4 people talking in a podcast and talking about her and her sex life and some of that harassment. I was like, was she in there? Was she in the chat? Well, no. Well, then it's not harassment, because it was just 4 guys talking to each other, you know, like just like what we are here. It's not really harassment if you're not directing it at somebody.
Even if she was in the chat, so what?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
but
you
yeah.
cannot classify it. It's just a conversation at that point. Like at this point, he's like, well, I classified as harassment if people were talking about me. I'm like going, well, then you sound just like her. You're just a fucking cuck.
And please don't ever vote, because you're the kind of person who's going to vote for hate speech and harassment laws, and we don't need that shit.
While committing
Yeah,
hate speech and harassment law violations.
Shit.
Oh, go get it. Trust me, you don't want to trigger the Xbox, because I swear I made that tweet. I came out here to smoke and smoked 1 cigarette, walked right back in. I had 143 mentions.
Phew.
And it's like, we're talking a 5-minute time frame.
Tech Man, was there something you wanted to say? It sounded like you were trying to talk.
No, it's just my microphone is very sensitive.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear him, but
well, yeah, I saw it light up, so I was thinking he was trying to like weigh in on something.
Techman actually jumped in the conversation though, which I gave him the props he deserves, because he actually clicked on the conversation and read the damn conversation about what it's about before he actually inputted his 2 cents worth. These people saw one tweet and they didn't read the fucking conversation to see that I was talking about Xbox fanboys. And they were just assuming that I was talking about the whole Xbox community. And I'm like, over and over again, I kept telling him, I'm talking about the Xbox fanboys. And I mean, Techman even had to like correct him a couple of times, going, dude, he said this a ton of times. I've actually read if you read the conversation, you'll know. There needs to be like social media etiquette.
Yeah.
Don't jump in a fucking tweet strand if you don't read the damn conversation.
Just being socially aware, like, is that so fucking hard to ask? Like, if you're gonna,
I guess for some people it is.
Like I've noticed that. Like, there are times where in the past where people do videos on each other when it comes to their Twitter mentions. Like, if you ever go back on there before you dick ride, like half the conversation's misconstrued and it's misrepresented in their videos. And it's like, you guys can't be this stupid. You guys cannot possibly be this fucking ignorant. And you call some of their followers out on it, like, hey, did you guys even read that Twitter? Like, oh, why would you have any reason to lie? I'm like, go read the Twitter. Don't fucking talk. Just go read the Twitter shit. Go read the Instagram shit that was going on before you start weighing in on shit. Because you're only getting like half the fucking story from that person's perspective, and you're not getting any context, so you think that he's just being attacked. That's the same shit that Anita Sarkeesian was doing. She refused to give anybody context behind why people hated her. Everybody was just saying, oh yeah, you guys just hate her. That's all. You guys, like, you can't be this fucking blind and stupid. Like, you can't. It's just impossible. Or you think, at least.
Well, I honestly think that they are this blind and stupid. I really do. I think that is a thing.
Certainly some of them have to be.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time in like my Twitter things, and I don't quite understand. Like, you can, if I see you quote something or whatever, I don't just jump into there and start attacking the person based off that one tweet. I'll click on that tweet and read the tweet, the conversation, to see if I know what it's even about.
I'm gonna start some Twitter shit on Rambo's wall right now. Watch this.
But Rambo, that takes effort and time, and you'd actually have to read, and people can't be expected to do that.
That's just too
Apparently
hard.
not.
Oh,
My ass, there's an Xbox update. Damn it!
Jesus!
There's
I've
always
done
an
so
Xbox
many of
update,
these.
man.
That's because it constantly has to update greatness.
So you guys heard that, right? He wants you to literally fuck his ass.
Who is this?
Figure
Shaner.
of speech.
Shaner.
Figure
Oh.
of speech.
Shader said, "Fuck my ass." There's an Xbox update.
Figure of speech.
Yeah, you and Brem can go at it.
Well, I really don't know what type of figure of speech that is, because I've
Grim
never
is like
said
10
that.
minutes from me, so I could.
Whoa.
I don't know,
do.
when it comes to Xbox, like, you would figure by now with as many updates as they've had to that UI, that you could actually press the A button and it would go to the thing that you press the A button on.
Hold on. Damn it.
That's the only complaint really that I have about the Xbox UI is that it's so damn laggy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You know.
Update greatness, Shaner. That's PlayStation. PlayStation never gets any updates.
Because
Just shows how good they are from the get-go.
you don't have to. You don't have if it's not broke because it's perfected, then don't fix it.
Sharks haven't evolved in what, a couple 100 million years, because they didn't have to.
Let's see how much shit this stirs up for you, Rambo.
Oh god, I
We're doing it.
don't You're gonna become the new Cyrus.
Phone just whistled. Gotta check this out.
So glad I don't have Twitter.
Bro,
Oh, dear
like,
God.
everybody hinges on whatever I say. There's been times where me and Rambo were joking around, and some of our followers were like, "Whoa,
Oh,
fuck
dear
you,
God.
Rambo." I was
Yeah.
like, dude, it was a joke. Relax.
Well, he's waiting with popcorn, and I think he should.
Yeah, the people. Yeah, they're not. That's gonna be fun to see what that happens with. I guess Heart 8 will block me again.
Oh.
Why don't you just call him a rag supporter? I'm sure that would have given him, the same about it. Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Well, people think the same of rags.
Yeah, I know. It's still gonna be funny though. You know what makes this even better is they see the Xbox thing on next to me, which, by the way, evidently I'm the only true Xbox fan. So everybody else put the other X on there. I'm like, you guys are frauds. You need to conform. Fucking fraudulent bastards.
I've
What's
had
crazy?
turtles on mine
Did you
forever. I don't
see?
do X's.
Did you see the Xbox community trying to out Randall Thor, the man with the million gamer score?
Really?
They told him he wasn't a true Xbox. He's a true an undercover pony, and he wasn't a true Xbox fan because he
God.
thought Crackdown was that Microsoft did Crackdown no great service because of the way they showed it off at that San Diego Comic-Con. Because it looked like trash. And what's funny is like during the San Diego Comic-Con, they hired stars to be like the host, and then they just got people, I guess, at San Diego Comic-Con that has never in their life played a video game. And so they were asking, they were playing the video game, and like the girl actually, what was funny, the actually girl that was trying to tell her what to do was the girl that got hired for Star Wars Battlefront 2, the lead actress. And the girl that was playing, she's like, "How do I jump?" And she's like, "I don't know, press like B or something." It was terrible. Like, it was a fucking terrible stream. And then you have Major Nelson talking to some guy and that's playing the game, and Major Nelson's like, what we've done with this game is like you're gonna notice like some real world physics. Like, the stuff that happens on here is what we know that happens on Earth. And three cars go driving by. Three cars go driving by on
stack
top
up
of
on
each
each
other.
other. Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like, do you know what physics are, Major Nelson? Like, because that's not physics. Like, that doesn't happen.
That had to have been embarrassing. Like, he played that off pretty good. I mean, I bet you he was kind of embarrassed, dude. Like, I know I would be.
The thing is though is that like these Xbox fanboys, like, that were attacking Rand, were saying that game looked great, man. It was the.
I feel bad for people like Major Nelson, actually, really.
Well, that's some straight up SJW shit. That's some like purity tests and outing people, and oh my god, man.
Yeah, and what's sad is half the people trying to out him as a pony and saying that you don't care about Xbox. This man has over 1 million gamer score, and these people have probably less of a gamer score than what I do. And I'm like, you can't say that somebody who has spent that much money and that much time on Xbox to get over 1 million gamer score isn't an Xbox fan.
That's some toxic shit right there.
No.
Countless hours that dude must have into basically anything that Microsoft has ever slapped its name on.
Yep. So somehow he is a pony because he said Crackdown 3 looked like crap.
But for real though, like, think of someone like Major Nelson, and like think of any know-it-all stupid cunt that you don't like to hang around, right? That is every gamer just about to Major Nelson.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I kind of feel bad for the guy. I mean, when he comes across a level-headed guy and gets proved wrong, fine, that's cool. But these little fanboy, no.
Yep, I see some of the shit that like they tweet them, and I'm just like,
dude, I had to leave that Discord server because it was too toxic, dude. Like, that Discord server for Xbox guys, it was cool in the beginning. Because, like, I actually got a reaction out of Major Nelson and some of those guys. Like, they actually messaged you back, right? Yeah. And their ambassadors are pretty cool, too. Some of the ambassadors, like, I was actually talking to some of those guys. Pretty cool dudes. But then it goes to shit. You know what happens? The fucking crap gamers go in there. The
peasants.
The T-Dog of the groups. The fucking... what else is there? What other? Oh, Zaire ended up going in there. And I'm just like, oh, fuck's sakes. So, like, you have all their followers flooding this thing. Like, oh, this is great. You guys can get this on Xbox, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was okay at first. It was better than I thought it would. And then the whole server just turned to shit. Like, it literally just got rampant with shit. I was like, fuck this server. I'm done.
Yep.
I can't do this.
I had to leave it. I left it, too, because of that reason right there. It was, like you said, pretty cool in the beginning. But after that, it was like, yeah, no.
I mean, these guys are fucking morons, man. They go in and they ruin it. Yeah. I was like, I can't do this.
In it?
Yeah, he was with crap and Mooch and everybody.
But I also feel sorry for like Major Nelson or like that whenever they have to be at these game things and showing off a game that clearly somebody didn't do enough work on or didn't whatever, and then they have to somehow try to make that look good.
Andromeda? Anyone?
Well, to be quite honest, what they've shown off at Crackdown 3, it looks like that it was like an early 360 release.
Oof.
Because like there's like the textures on the ground, like there's barely any texture at all. Like it looks just like kind of like a gray swirl for the cement. And then there's like absolutely no physics at all. Like a car, like I said, 3 cars stacked on top of each other. Not a single one of them have a bit of damage, and they're all the tires are still turning on all the cars.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I saw that shit too.
It's pretty rough. I mean,
and you know what's funny, dude? Is like I was willing to overlook the stupidity because I've seen other presentations where shit like that happened, and it's not just out of Microsoft. But like back when they first presented Oblivion, like similar shit happened where like you saw females with guy voices talking. So
or
like
people would like teleport up on top of rocks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was a bunch of weird shit that happened in that game, especially in the beginning.
So like
it wouldn't be Bethesda without jank.
So you know what, like Tech Man, I know you haven't been able to really talk. Like what do you game on? What's your weight on all the fanboy and the way? Well, let's just say the YouTube community in general when it comes to gaming. What's your take on it?
I subscribe to Rags. I subscribe to pretty much all you guys, but I don't know. Fanboys, a lot of them are just, I see them as ignorant most of the time. And sorry I wasn't talking much. It's just I have like a TMJ problem right now, so it's kind of hard to talk.
What's that?
It's the it's
lockjaw, kind of. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. My bad. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of sort of had that for a while when the guy who did my braces fucked up, and it makes your jaw joints go all wonky, and they get sore, and like you don't want to open or close your mouth.
Yeah, basically what's happening with mine though is that it causes pain. Like I can feel the nerve go all the way up to my head.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Anything, like if I touch anything in between while it's happening, it will start to hurt. Like if I touch my eye, it feels like someone's putting a needle through my eye, pretty much.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I mean.
That can get bad. You can need surgery for that sometimes.
Yeah, I am going to need
Are
surgery.
you wanting to be up here and talking then?
I can talk a little bit here and there. It's just that when it happens,
Okay, I just don't want you to like hurt yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't do any damage.
How did you?
Oh no, I mean like hurt yourself just with pain, like.
Ah, gotcha. It'll go away on its own after a while. Like right now, it's fine, but a little bit ago it was happening. But talking doesn't really aggravate it. It will just go away on its own.
So like, did this just randomly happens to you, or did something happen to get it? Because I know, if you get like stabbed with something rusty, you can get lockjaw. Dog bites can cause.
No. It's not.
This is from joints. This is totally
Yeah,
different.
this isn't actually lockjaw. It's just
like
kind of that same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was that my wisdom teeth got impacted, and one of them is hitting the nerve, and it set the like while it got impacted though, it like basically my the right side when I can move it back and forth, but I can move it all the way to where it like pops, and it's not supposed to happen. And I actually got what's it called? They actually thought it was arthritis for a while because my mom had arthritis when she was young, so they kind of thought that it was arthritis in my jaw at first, since it's like when you move it back and forth and it pops like that, that's a sign of arthritis. But it's just because of the wisdom teeth got impacted. I hope that
And nerve stuff can be bad too, because sometimes all it takes is one time when the nerve gets inflamed, and then it like never wants to calm down ever again. Yeah.
Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I hope
Man, such a downer.
Gosh.
Bringing the whole stream down.
Downer like go gets penis. Always down, right?
Always.
Dear God.
It's like, fuck, Rambo's about to go commit suicide. He got depressed all of a sudden. Fuck this world. I'm done.
Like, I'm already like on a sensitive. I'm being really sensitive because I just turned 41. So I mean, like, I'm seeing rope in the garage.
Talking about arthritis and shit. You're scaring him.
Because all the pills I take, I can't use my dick anymore. So fuck my life. Can't get it up. All I can do is get it down.
We were talking about your dick, not mine.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, the places this stream goes.
Yeah.
That's what I like about our stream, though. Our stream
Exactly. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Our streams are always random, and that's one thing I've always liked about it, because this is literally how our conversations go on fucking when me and Shane and all the guys are gaming on Xbox or PC. Like, this is exactly what happens every fucking
Yeah,
time.
this is when I play on Overwatch. This is how me and my buddies talk on Overwatch all the time. It's the same exact kind of shit.
Wait, Pete, you got buddies?
I've got a few.
Dude,
I got a couple.
there's
the
no difference
NPCs he's
between this
playing
talk or when we go out to dinner. I mean, let's be real here.
Oh, dude, like, in fact, I think they're a little worse in person. Well, like, we all had dinner, like we brought the family together, so we all went out and had dinner. And, like, it was just as bad. It was just as bad in person. Like,
The guy that had the man bun that we tried to sick Gamer Dragon on, I kind of feel bad for that guy. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was funny.
There was a man bun.
We're like, bro, you want to fuck him? Like, I'm like, dude, just go ask him for his number. He wouldn't do it. And I was like, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll be your voice. I said, I'll go ask him for his number. She's like, you better not. I'm like, come on, dude, you're good. Don't worry. Metro doesn't have to know.
My brother's got a half-ass man bun, and
And the new Starbucks, that barista there is flaming. The one with the diamond earrings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He hits on me all the time.
shit.
Yo, bro, I'm thinking about walking in there sometime with Daisy Dukes on and a fucking cutoff shirt.
Oh,
With a cutoff
so you can
shirt.
get a free coffee.
I'm like, can I get a free coffee?
It's like a mocha frappuccino.
Put your whipped cream all over it.
I'm like, yo, do you guys serve macchiatos? I'll take double shots er day.
Jesus.
Hey, so Quake, the new Quake, has any of you guys got to play that yet?
I haven't
Have
yet,
not.
no.
Damn
I've
it!
been
I
meaning
want
to
to play
too.
that shit because
What
it
is
looks
it
good.
out?
Then
Yeah,
go
the
play
beta
it.
is. The beta is. Yeah, the closed beta.
Beta, yeah.
Because like I got a few friends that are like, fuck that game and shit, and so like we've been playing Quake Live off and on here lately, but like I really want to get into that new one because that new one looks like it's gonna be sexy as fuck.
The Lawbreakers open beta is up too. I just got a notification about that on Steam.
Cyrus.
Yeah,
Cyrus, I'm gonna have to record one of these like fucking these interactions with these baristas with me, dude. They get like girl, you know how like your girl gets happy, Rambo, when she sees you and she hasn't seen you in a while. She's like, oh hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what these guys do to me when I walk in. It's fucking hilarious. The man bear
see, the
thing
thing
is
is
real
that-
out here.
But I've actually slept with my wife, so that that might be the reason why she does it. So what have you done?
Right?
Good point.
He bent over to get a quarter one time, and the dude lost his fucking mind.
Been over
Or-
Shit.
Or did he lose his balance?
Right?
I could just walk in there and play into somebody's hand with like a glued quarter to the floor. I'll be there forever. Wow,
It was an accident.
This
He
quarter's
was in the
here.
bathroom. He slipped and fell. You know.
Like, wow, bro, this quarter's here. I'm gonna try to pick it up, and everybody's gonna be quiet about it.
There's another summer sale on Xbox. What the crap?
Wait, what? Don't tell me that.
It's called Summer Spotlight Digital Games.
Oh shit, balls.
More
Wait a minute,
things
they
to
called
spend
it
your money on.
Summer Spotlight Digital Games on PC?
No, Xbox.
No,
Live.
Xbox.
Oh, I was like going. Isn't that kind of like an oxymoron considering that's like pretty much all there is? Like you don't have to call it digital games. We already know it's digital.
Damn, dude, you alright?
Hey, sparking it up. I told you.
Oh, it's crap, dude. It's like a handful of games and Fortnite. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So me and Rambo talked about this with I can't remember the Canadian Leaf guy and somebody else the other stream, but have Shane or Brem or I guess the other guy too. Have any of you guys watched the trailer for Fortnite?
I watched one of the trailers with the female character. I don't know if that's the main one.
Because there's one with a group of 4.
when it was
And
put
it-
in front of me at the game event thing. So that's it. So
It just irritated me because it had the leader was a female, and then just like Zarya, there was the stereotypical big old buff chick, and then the two dudes were goofy as fuck, and I was so pissed off at how SJWE it was, you know?
Really?
Just subtly though. It wasn't like blatant, but it's the kind of thing, okay, because there was a study done, and I can't remember who or what or when or whenever, but they looked at commercials on TV, and they were looking for if there was a competition between men and women, how often would the men beat the women or the women beat the men? And they did 100 or 200 commercials, and women won every single time. And they said that was unbelievable because there's almost nothing in science, or especially like social sciences or stuff like that, where something is 100%. So they ended up looking at like 10 years of every commercial they could possibly find. And in only one commercial did the man or men end up beating the women in the competition. And it's the same thing with Homer Simpson and Ray Romano and all the sitcoms. The woman is always super smart and capable and all that, and the guy is like, a loser or kind of dumb or whatever. It's just
okay
one of
with
those
that.
things that you can't unsee, and it just irritates me,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. There's a reason in my marriage that's lasted 13 plus years now that my wife holds on to the money. There's a very
And he's never right.
yeah. Well, no married man is ever right. Come on,
Bruh,
Rambo.
I'm
how
always
often?
right.
No, honestly, she's asleep. No,
That's the reason why I'm right.
exactly. See? Like my wife is in the back bedroom, so this is my house. Can you hear me? No, she can't hear me. This is
If
my
a man
house.
says something in the forest and there's no woman around to hear it, is he still wrong?
Mm,
And of course, my girlfriend answers yes.
see,
Yep,
That's pretty funny.
that's okay. I'll give her what's coming.
a
Twice.
dicking.
We always do things in twos
Yeah,
around here.
me and my wife have power struggles because I'm like a very outspoken guy or whatever, and
Say it
I
ain't
like
so,
Assertive.
I'm more of like an alpha, like I want to be the leader, whatever. And she also wants to, like, she's an independent person, so we have our clashes, but we don't ever like yell and scream at each other. We just have our clashes. Like, we kind of have to look at each other like, you ain't winning this one, and it's usually me that's like, yeah, I know.
I once had a shirt that said "I'm what's stupid" that pointed to my penis. I no longer have that shirt.
You want one? Here. Here.
It's true though, right? I mean, let's face it, guys. I mean, all of us guys, like any guy in the chat, you can admit, like, your younger years, you were the dumbest motherfucker on the goddamn planet, dude. You saw some chick that even shook her ass in a line somewhere, you automatically thought, green light, motherfucker, time to hit it. Like, oh my gosh.
You could get rejected and walk away to your friends going, "She so fucking wanted me." Did you see that?
Right? She totally touched my hand. She wants a D.
She wanted it, yo.
I know I was like that when I was a kid. I was.
Everybody was, men and women, everybody was dumb when they were a kid
Oh,
or
yeah.
a teenager or whatever. Yeah, dude, you're stupid all the way until you're like 25.
Yeah, I'd give you later than that.
Right? I'm still stupid at 30,
I'm
so
still
whatever.
stupid as fuck, dude. I'm still a retard to this day.
Guys don't grow up. Their toys just get more expensive.
That is so true.
It is.
Like,
Instead
my
of
game collection.
Legos and I've got my motorcycle and my car and my computer.
Let's see. I just picked up a drone this past weekend.
Ooh. Does it have a camera?
Yes, it does.
Can you fly it with your iPad?
I don't know, actually. I don't have an iPad to use.
We don't have iPads. We're not gay.
No, it was Big Bang Theory. Never mind. Keep going.
So
Hey, I like that show.
So it's brought out by Propel. I'm not sure if that's a common brand for them or whatever, but I knew
That's one my son has.
I knew it was a good deal because this bitch I only paid $39 for, and it was originally $100, and then on Amazon they were selling the same one for $130. So it's a big ass fucking drone. It's the Cloud something 2 or whatever.
The Cloud Ripper?
Is it Cloud Ripper? No.
Yeah, that's the same one that Robbie got.
Well, is it a big one? Like, this is a pretty big one. Oh, okay.
It's big. Yeah,
it has the camera on it?
Yeah, it's big and black.
Well, mine's red. Or I had to go with my colors. But, so, I mean, I haven't used it yet, but I'm thinking about, hitting up some old friends of mine. Like, yo, can we, like, try this out in your yard while your wife is taking a shower? Like...
Homemade pornos just got real drones.
There was a dad who shot a drone down with a shotgun because it was flying over his yard, videoing his daughter's like sunbathing or something, or swimming or something like that.
Oh, that's
and
hilarious.
he got off. Yeah, I have no idea, but he got off on it too. They ruled it like okay or whatever it was. They refused to charge him or whatever. I thought that was like the most badass thing ever.
Fuck yeah, dude, that's hilarious. Like,
and they're making new shotgun rounds too. They're making anti-drone shotgun rounds.
They're also
so
hell yes.
They can't hurt like people. I don't know. I can't remember if it's like plastic or rubber or whatever it is.
If I shoot brimstone with one, it won't hurt him?
Well, no. Like if you were shooting upwards at a drone, it won't come down to hurt people.
Yeah.
All
I think was the whole idea about it, right? Just put a phone book in front of your chest, dude, and shoot yourself with a Desert Eagle. It'll be all right.
If Jamie's willing to try it. Okay.
So did that guy die?
He did, yeah.
Okay. Like how? So the Desert Eagle just blew right through it, like
right through it. Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the hand cannon. You don't even know.
Well, like you would think someone who's ever fired guns before would know the kind of round that thing takes. I mean, come on.
Here's what I'm wondering though, because I swear to God, because there was something about the thing where they were talking about 45s as well, and I think there was somebody who shot a 45 at a phone book, not in front of somebody, but just up against a tree or something, and it didn't go through. And I was thinking maybe either they tested it with a smaller gun, or they tested it and they only had like hollow points or something, and then when they shot it for the video, it was like a full metal jacket.
Oh fuck.
Because like I could see a hollow point not being able to go all the way through, but then a full tipped, copper jacketed like real round would just go straight the fuck through it.
Known as
I could totally see that happening. So I wonder if, because they said they tested it, and it's like, well, if you tested it and it obviously didn't go through, then how the fuck did it go through?
Yeah.
Or two, what the hell was wrong with your testing? Because
like, what if you do test this at a distance and then decide?
I mean, it would still be stupid as fuck, but still, there was a specific thing in there about how they had tested it before they did it, and either they saw it go through and then decided to do it anyway, or somehow something changed in between.
It goes through, and he's like, "Oh,
that's what I was wondering about."
I bet you he was going on some stupid shit like, "Oh, don't worry, it'll go through, but like the velocity will slow down, so it won't puncture your skin."
Right? Yeah.
It's just gonna hit you and then fall to the ground. Don't worry about it.
So stupid.
It'll be like the Matrix.
And this is why I am so thankful about natural selection.
Right, and
yes.
This is why I don't really fear idiocracy as much as other people, because, sure, stupid people might be outbreeding smart ones, but that just means we're going to have a whole lot more Darwin Awards from now on.
Bro, there's just more entertainment.
There's one person in this call that has to worry about idiocracy, and that is Techman. If you ever get the chance to come to Arizona and you go to Kingman, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Arizona.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about Pete coming to Arizona from California. Yeah, dude. Like, you want to talk about idiocracy? Tech, if you want, tell these fine gentlemen the kind of stupidity we got to deal with in Kingman.
Oh boy.
I better hear some damn good stories.
No, I actually heard, and I've only been here 4 months. I actually heard the drugs trickled down from Kingman, so there's sophisticated drug dealers there.
Shit.
Let me put you
Drill down drug economics.
Let me put it this way: the Del Taco up there where he lives has been driven through quite literally at least 3 times within 2
Wow.
years. Within 2 years, my in-laws were there for one of those times. Okay,
And I'll have you know, my wife has not driven in Kingman yet, so it was not her.
The wrecks up there, dude, are so fucking stupid. Like, imagine, as you will, on a busy day, a bunch of bumper cars hitting each other. That's what their fucking traffic like is up there, dude. Like, I've almost been hit every single time that I go up there. You have people that pull out on you. You got people that are willing to T-bone you to get to where they need to go. I mean, it's and Tech Man, is Kingman known for having teeth? He knows what I'm talking about. It's bad. It's bad.
Do they have to
dude.
call them toothbrushes?
Yes.
Toothbrushes?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They say toothbrushes, and instead of saying bathroom, they say bathroom.
I'm gonna go bathroom, use my toothbrush. No.
And instead of saying the laundromat, they'll say the washerterior.
Why do people add an R in washer?
Oh,
Clearly,
man.
there's no R in washer.
Warsher?
Washerterior.
It's almost like axing instead of asking.
But dumb white people
Exactly.
hillbilly speaks.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Tech, do you know about the Walmart meme that's in Kingman that like fucking blew up all over Facebook?
No.
Okay, so there's this meme at our Kingman Walmart that blew up, and it's the scary powdered white skinned dude with a fucking like menacing ass smile holding a teddy bear. I found out that that's where they got it from because I've talked to that guy. He's actually a pretty cool dude, but I was like, dude, like they have to give you your nickname, right? You're like Lurch or something, because he's that white. He is literally like that pale skin. He looks like Lurch, but with blonde hair and scary looking.
And the dude lives out there?
Yeah. I found him, dude, because like cause nobody would answer me. I said, which Walmart's this from? Because I think I've seen this guy before. And nobody could answer me, so I ended up going up to Kingman during one of their sales with Val, and we saw him there. We're like, "Oh my God, it's him!"
Was it Halloween? Or he just looks like that on a regular day?
That's him on a regular day, dude. Regular day.
Wow.
Why is there an R in Shayna?
Because I spell it non-urban.
That's pretty good. I never really looked at it that way. Yeah, Shayna.
Sorry, next time I, get the ghetto in me, I'll change the way I spell it.
So I guess we could start closing this out. We're coming up on the 3-hour mark.
Damn.
Well, we could close this out with what we've been gaming. So we'll start with Pete and then work our way to Rambo, Tech, and then Shane. Pete, what you been gaming, man? What's been your game of choice?
Titanfall 2, Dota 2. I've been planning to boot up a little Doom, right? I was gonna check out the new DLCs on Doom.
That shit's pretty good, isn't it? That shit's pretty good.
I haven't gotten to it yet. But...
I've been playing quite a bit of the multiplayer on console. It's actually pretty fun. I mean, it's
multiplayer is great. I just wish there was more people, and hopefully the sale and all that'll solve that.
Yeah, me too. Dota 2 though, really? I never really
Yeah,
pictured you
I
as a
love
MOBA guy.
Dota 2.
Really?
I got 2,000 hours into it.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Templar Assassin is my bae. I can wreck with her.
You don't play anything else? You don't play any other like support roles or anything?
I tend to pick one character and focus on that until I feel I've sufficiently mastered it. I play
Okay.
Ricky and TA, and I haven't picked anybody else
Yo,
yet.
fuck Ricky.
Same thing with Overwatch. I picked Reaper, and I'm still doing that. And I've done a little like McCree and some Pharah, and that's about it.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Rambo, what about you? What have you been gaming with, man?
I just finished up Unbox Newbie's Adventure, and which was actually surprisingly fun. I'm gonna be playing Tiny Tracks PSVR game for this weekend, and maybe some Super Hot VR.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Tech, what about you, man?
I've been playing Rust, Subnautica, Shadow Warrior, and Titanfall 2 recently.
You've been playing Rust?
Yeah.
You are like
It was on sale on Steam.
You are like literally the only person that I know that actually plays that game. So like, is it actually good or is it as bad as everybody else says it is?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good. What about you, Shane? What you been gaming with? That when you're able to.
I've been playing my Xbox One, and I'm like 2 achievements away from completely 100%ing the newest PGA Tour game. And I made sure I had more hole-in-ones and eagles and birdies and all that stuff in my entire friends list, which wasn't hard to do. Also, a lot of rare achievements, so you got to keep that in mind. And I've been playing a lot of indies too, like what's it called, Blue Rider, I think.
Yeah, I was playing that the other day. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's not too shabby, and I'm going to be starting once I can get away from Pac-Man Championship 2, which is like now. I'm going to be starting Voodoo Vince.
That's pretty cool. Are you gonna try to complete that shit like 100% it?
Yeah. Rambo swears by it, so.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game.
All right.
If you like platformers, you'll love it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh hell yeah, that's good. That's good. So for me, it's been Doom. I dabbled in the Xbox version, played the multiplayer. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I didn't really care for it too much on PC, because it felt like on PC before they started patching it, like it felt like it was worse than Halo when it came to like how much it took to kill somebody. I mean, I always kind of felt like 2 rockets should be tops to kill somebody, not 3 and 4. So
like bullet sponges, basically.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Even with a full plate of armor, like you would think 2 shots max, right? Nope, not this game. You got full armor, you're looking at like anywhere from 5 to 6 shots.
You're gonna waste your entire clip, if not more.
Yeah. So I learned a trick to like kind of chew away at that. Is I'll hit him with the secondary first, and then bust out a rocket, and then I could usually finish them off pretty fast that way. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I kind of dived a little bit back into Forza 5. 7's around the corner, and I really want to get up on Forza again because I truly love that series. That's probably one of my favorite series on the Xbox next to Halo. So I'm looking at finishing Forza 5 hopefully sometime in the future. I had to reformat my shit because it bugged up with the games listing. So like I went from having almost 300 games to 0.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So that kind of happened, sort of pissed me off. So I mean, tonight I'm gonna probably get on Overwatch with these guys, maybe tonight if these guys are up for it, and try out the new Doomfist.
Doomfist, not voiced by Terry Crews.
That kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of suck because everybody wanted him in that part for that very reason.
You would have thought that would have been the easiest like promotable thing ever if they did that.
Yeah, but
the fans all loved it. Yeah, I mean, if they had done that, I don't care how much it would have cost or what it would have, because it's just a voice actor. It's not like, it can't be that hard to redo the voice lines.
Yep.
But that's Blizzard for you.
So I guess we could end it on the fact that it's Rambo's birthday, and for the first time when his girl was giving him head, she actually popped her thumb up his ass in the middle of it.
And it's his birthday, so he can cry if he wants to.
Really, Rambo? Nothing? You don't got anything for me.
I was trying to think of a witty comeback, but I ran out. Like
It's old age.
Yeah, I'm like applying for AARP tomorrow, so
I get that shit already, dude. That's
Well, that sounds about right. Well, you know, in the meantime, I guess I could always like end this on the same shit I always end this on. Shaner's gonna try being gay for the first time this week.
You know, if I wanted to be, I have several people I could try it with. So that's more than a lot of you motherfuckers could say.